Few things bring me more pleasure than cooking.
Gosh, that's great, isn't it?
And eating.
That's a bit of all right.
But there are certain dishes that I just can't get enough of.
I'm going to show you some of my simplest, mouth-watering recipes.
That are warming and comforting.
Merveilleux, merci.
And after braving the elements,
You can do better! Come on, come on!
what could be better to come back to?
That looks just like a hug in a pan. This is the food that makes you feel that everything will be all right. Few people know more about comfort food than the French, and where better to indulge than Paris?
I learnt to cook here, and it conjures up such wonderful memories for me. This city lives and breathes food. From the moment the sun rises. Millions of tourists may flock to the French capital, seeking out its glorious culture. But I know what really ends up seducing them.
Moi, je veux te dire que ce n'est pas facile de définir si continuellement toutes ces envies dans ces moments-là.
My first stop is always to indulge in my love of cheese.
I have never seen so many cheeses in one shop. And the smell is wonderful.
Thank you very much.
70 years ago, French President Charles de Gaulle famously said, "How can anyone govern a nation that has 246 different kinds of cheese?"
Jerome, I'm absolutely overwhelmed by the enormous selection.
De Gaulle would have a much harder time now. Today, France has nearly 1,000 varieties. Top of my list is Gruyere.
About 200 grams would be
200.
lovely.
This is for you.
Thank you very much indeed.
Thank you. Bye.
Bye.
When it comes to cheesy comfort food, there's one dish I like above all others, an indulgent croque monsieur.
When I trained in Paris, one of the first things I made, in fact, it was on the first day we made croque monsieur, and I can tell you, it turned out beautifully. First of all, I'm going to toast the bread, but I butter it first. That gives it extra crunch.
Croque monsieur means Mr. Crunchy after all. Use 25 grams of melted butter to bring the white sliced bread alive.
You wouldn't normally butter the bread for a normal toasted sandwich, but this is the very best. And it's so comforting and warming and welcoming.
Slip under the hot grill until they're golden brown.
And for goodness sake, keep your eye on it, because we've already buttered it. I don't want to do another batch. I'm not going off doing anything else. That's just about perfect.
Flip the bread over and spread with Dijon mustard.
Right to the edges. Traditionally, you do leave the crusts on. It all adds to the crunch.
Now that's done, time to pile on some delicious ham.
I think it's a good idea to take each piece and cut it into 4. You can get it right to the corners. This must be the best of comfort food. And I don't think it needs anything else with it.
Top with the grated Gruyere cheese.
I think the French have got it right.
Bread on top, and time for the croque test.
Listen to the crunch. That's what it's all about.
Now, what makes the croque monsieur so special? The bechamel sauce to top it. Melt 25 grams of butter, add 15 grams of flour and mix together.
You may wonder why I'm using a whisk. I find a little whisk really makes the quickest, smoothest sauce.
Add some hot milk slowly and whisk. And don't worry if it's a bit thick.
Look at that. Instantly smooth because I used hot milk.
Then grate a little nutmeg and add 25 grams of the cheese.
So that's the sauce, beautifully smooth.
Spread the bechamel on top of the bread and try to contain your excitement.
It really does smell wonderful, and the nutmeg is bringing out that flavour of the cheese. And not a scrap is going to stay in the pan.
Top with the last of the grated cheese and back under the grill.
And I really can't wait to eat it. It's simple, it's comforting, and it's good at any time of day.
It just takes a minute or two to reach perfect melting ooziness.
But I think that looks good. And you know, it reminds me of the very first thing I cooked in the Paris cordon bleu. And gosh, was I hungry, and I finished the lot. It's perfect. Masses of ham in there and beautifully stringy. It's totally indulgent, and it is quite wonderful.
In Paris, there's something Moorish to eat on every street corner, and I'm determined to have a taste of as much as I can.
Where better to start than with a traditional French crepe?
Sweet or savoury, eaten in or on the go, these paper-thin crepes are simply made from eggs, milk and flour. They are the ultimate comfort food, with quite the fan base. Look at that technique. Of course, I've made pancakes at home, but I've never tried them on a hot plate like this. Let's see if I can master the art.
Do you think I could have a go at doing it?
Okay, pas de problème.
Oh, thank you.
Ouais.
Because you've got so much filling here.
French crepes are said to have been discovered in the Middle Ages when a Breton housewife accidentally spilt porridge onto a hot stone in the fireplace. Et voilà, a national dish was born.
Best of luck to me, huh? I've watched you.
Au milieu.
Au milieu.
Voilà. Encore. C'est bon, c'est bon.
It's not exactly the right shape.
Voilà.
Not the best start.
I don't think I'd be a champion at this.
Pas problème.
Yours looks better than mine.
Professionnel. Professionnel.
Well, you're professional. I'm only just learning. Wish me luck. And then I'm going to gently... Oh. It's a holy one.
Monsieur makes it look easy, but I promise you it isn't.
Merci, au revoir.
Au revoir.
This is the ultimate in simplicity.
But I promise you, it tastes absolutely gorgeous. I'll do better next time.
I have a soft spot for a lemon and sugar crepe, but they don't have to be sweet to be comforting.
I'm going to make blinis and top them with crab and serve with a wonderful fennel salad.
If you've ever made a pancake or Yorkshire pudding, you'll find blinis a doddle. Start with 125 grams of self-raising flour, half a teaspoon of baking powder and 1 egg.
No need to beat it first.
I've got 125 ml of milk here. Splash in a little bit to start your batter off.
So that's coming together, but I'm going to add a little more milk and then beat it very hard.
Keep whisking in more milk until you have a smooth, thick batter.
That's just about right. A thicker batter than you would have for pancakes.
How simple was that? To finish the batter, add some chives and dill and a little pepper and salt.
And then everything is in there. So there it is.
In goes the sunflower oil and about a tablespoon of the mixture and shape it into a circle.
Now I have this on a very low heat because they're rather thick. It takes a wee while for them to cook through.
Once you see lots of bubbles all over the blini, you know it's time to flip.
There they are appearing. I cannot resist having a little peek to see what colour it is underneath. That looks just about ready. I'm going to flick that over.
Just like cooking pancakes, the second side is a lot quicker, so you won't have to be quite as patient.
That's ready. So just cool those on a rack. I know, you want to see if it's done underneath. It is.
Now for the fun bit.
I think crab makes a perfect topping for blinis and one of my favourites.
Start with 200 grams of white crab meat. And to make it really rich and unctuous, I'm adding 2 tablespoons of creme fraiche.
Full fat, of course.
Stir in more dill and parsley along with some finely chopped spring onions.
2 teaspoons of hot horseradish. It really does bring out the true flavour of crab, and it gives it a little bit of heat and poke.
A dash of lemon juice and we're nearly done. Just my last ingredient for a little bit of ooh la la.
Tabasco. Now, Tabasco is hot and fiery. You know who's going to eat these. Some people like things very hot. I'm going to add just a couple of drops. And then just mix that well together. As you can imagine, that really is a wonderful topping, full of flavour. Now, time to put it all together.
Top your still warm herby blini with a mountain of tasty crab.
There we are, Snowdonia.
Then garnish with more crab and a cascade of delicious salad of pickled sliced fennel with tarragon and dill. Some pea shoots and a wedge of lemon. Pretty as a picture and so inviting.
I would love to be given that. It's just my cup of tea. I love that food is such a comfort to people here. There are cafes and restaurants round every corner with people taking their time.
In Britain, the average lunch hour is just 22 minutes. But things couldn't be more different in Paris. Here, in a snug little bistro, restaurant owner Benoit has invited me to see just how the French do lunch.
Thank you.
Come with me to your table. It's a typical French bistro.
It's lovely.
Would you be happy to start a little glass of wine? Maybe a glass of white wine?
That would be wonderful. Sparkling, please.
Obviously, I'm here for the company as well. And those warming French dishes that we dream of on a cold day.
Here, in the French bistro, we love to enjoy this little glass of white wine with a bit of charcuteries.
A long lunch feels like a real treat to me. But in Paris, it's enshrined in law that people have to have an hour to eat. And everybody takes it, even in school.
The educational system educates our children to spend some time, like 2 hours at school, at la cantine. They always told me, why do we stay as much at the place, where they have lunch? And I answer to them, it's part of the tradition, and that's how you enjoy life.
No, but I think you're so right, because as soon as you sit down and eat really good food, you begin to talk.
And for sure, in the French spirit, it's also really a way of doing business.
In a family, would they have more than one course in a day?
Yes.
3.
3 courses
Yes.
at lunchtime?
Yes,
Yes.
same.
I can't imagine having a 3-course lunch at home every single day. But there's one aspect to a Parisian lunch that's just for the adults.
Chin chin, levons nos verres,
Everybody is having wine at lunchtime. Will they go back to work?
It's only 80% of water.
But for lunch, we are limited to 8 glasses. For dinner, 2 bottles.
Only 8 glasses. Oh,
Yes.
wow.
Luckily, more food is here to soak up this hearty red. It includes a pheasant pie laced with layers of pâté in a crispy short crust, a beautifully presented bacon-filled cod with a butter herb sauce, sautéed wild ceps with tarragon.
This is so good. Do you not think that as you eat it, it's a mushroom cream? It's very, very soft.
Yes.
This is real comfort food, isn't it? So warming and special. No need to go back to the office. I'm forgetting about shopping. I think a bit of a sleep.
Thank you, Mary.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Sorry.
Hermano.
Merveilleux, merci.
Merci. And Mary?
Now that's what I call lunch. I've got the simplest recipe if you want to indulge just like the French.
I'm going to do a slow roast of this leg of lamb. Then I'm going to add all sorts of other vegetables and we'll end up with a very soft ratatouille.
To season the lamb, start with the chopped thyme, paprika, pepper, salt and a little oil.
I think this mixture really gets the flavour into the meat.
Rub this rich, warming mix all over the lamb.
So that's really well covered.
For little flavour bombs, I've added slivers of garlic, which I'm going to poke into the lamb.
It's quite fun doing this. Last one going in there. I've got 2 chopped up onions here and put the lamb on top.
The lamb goes into the oven, uncovered, 200 fan for 40 minutes, until it's lovely and brown on top.
Then I'm going to add all the vegetables that you would expect to see in ratatouille. Oh, smells wonderful.
I've chopped 2 red peppers and now I'm preparing a large aubergine.
These are beautiful aubergine.
Time for the rest of the ratatouille ingredients. A tin of chopped tomatoes, thyme, bay leaves and honey.
Little bit there, and a little bit there.
And then 2 tablespoons of sun-dried tomato paste, 300 ml of stock, and top with the chopped veg and cover.
So that's going into the oven at 150 for 4 hours. Now that seems a long time, but I want it to be beautifully tender so it falls off the bone. And I might say it weighs a ton. Well, it's had its time, and I'm just so excited about how it should be. Well, the smell's pretty good, and I can assure you it hasn't got any lighter. Oh, the smell of this, absolutely wonderful. Slow roast lamb is really one of my favourites, but cooked in this French way couldn't be easier, full of flavour, and it looks after itself. I shouldn't really be pushing it away with a spoon, but really it's so easy and so tender. I've had wonderful food and wine while I've been in Paris, but that's what you'd expect. But I've yet to taste their pastries.
Boulangeries are central to French life. Most of the population will visit their local bakery at least once a day for a warm baguette or something a little sweeter. The baguette is so important here that until 2015, bakers were only allowed to go on holiday in designated months to avoid a shortage of bread. I've been invited to have a little peek by pastry chef Tiffany Louis.
So we have all of the bread here.
What an amazing display. I mean, look at the size of that loaf.
It's very big.
That's a very big family.
Yes, but here we make all of the thing here. It's very fresh from the scratch.
So where do you make the bread?
Downstairs. Do you want to come?
I don't want to miss anything.
Perfect.
It's beautiful and airy upstairs, but down here it's a different story.
So this is the bakery.
Goodness gracious me, it's so small.
Yes, actually the old bakery in Paris, it's every time in the sous-sol. So downstairs like this.
And this has been here for 120 years.
Yes.
That is quite amazing.
Yes.
And these poor chaps have been here since 2 o'clock in the
2
morning,
a.m., yes.
and they're still doing their baguettes. Why is it that the baguette is so important in France?
I think French people like the baguette, and since the Révolution Française, the baguettes have the same price. We cannot put too high the price, and it's accessible to everyone, so everyone can buy a baguette.
So the government set the price for
the
a
baguette.
standard baguette, standard weight, standard size.
Yes.
And that's the same in all boulangers.
Yes.
Well, if it means everyone can enjoy a nibble on some warm bread, vive la République. But there's more to see in this underground labyrinth.
So we make all of the croissants and viennoiserie here, and it's my lovely coworker 16. She makes all of the croissants.
16?
Yes.
Gosh, this is a production line, if ever it was. Is it enriched butter dough?
Yes, we use 82% of butter. It is modified so that it melts really slowly, so that you can have those layers that you can see in the oven.
82% butter. I know croissants are Moorish, but that's a surprise even to me.
I really want to have a go myself, but just you show me how to do it.
Yes. So you pull a bit the dough,
Right?
and then you roll like that. And you roll, and you tuck the bottom under it.
Right, my turn.
Yeah.
I'll do one especially for me.
Okay.
Thank you. So I tuck it in tightly here.
Here, croissant will take 2 days to make from scratch.
And then I have to tuck this underneath
Exactly.
and turn it over.
Perfect.
I'm really proud of that.
Yeah.
So when you see it all out in the front there, you must feel very proud because everyone is absolutely perfect.
Yes. Every day I go upstairs and I look at the croissant to make sure that they are perfect.
I have a simple dessert using some sweet French brioche that wouldn't look out of place in a patisserie.
I'm going to make a brioche frangipane apple pudding, and it is very classy, but simplicity itself. So let's get going. You can buy brioche very easily in the supermarket. You don't have to trot over to Paris or France to get it.
I've got a generously buttered dish ready to go.
So just get the bread, push it into the side, and can you see it can take shape?
The brioche will give the perfect buttery base, and it's so easy. Just squeeze them in.
Do it in a single layer and work each piece in. Last piece going in. So my juice war is finished. That's the brioche base finished, and now for the frangipane.
My rich almond frangipane is simple to make, especially in a food processor.
In goes the butter.
Blitz together with 175 grams of caster sugar until smooth.
And away we go. That was quite simple.
To bring out the classic almondy flavour, add a teaspoon of almond extract.
Don't muddle almond extract with almond essence. Extract is the real thing and it's stronger. There it is.
Followed by 175 grams of ground almonds, 3 eggs and 25 grams of flour.
That was really very easy.
Smooth over the top of the brioche.
And then we'll just put apple on top.
For the perfect balance of sweet and tartness, I'm using Braeburns.
Start from the outside and put one in. And then let them just gently overlap. Now this will rise up and it will be beautiful. It goes in the oven at 180 fan and it will take about 40 minutes.
Finally, a glaze of apricot jam that's been thinned out with a drop of hot water.
And I've got a bit of apricot to put in the middle there.
And sprinkle over toasted almonds.
I'm very pleased with it and I think it looks really posh.
There you have it, buttery apple frangipane tart. What could be better?
This is definitely right at the top of my favourite simple puds.
Even though I can't eat another morsel, there's just one last thing I have to do.
Paris loves its fashion and food, and I feel just the same.
There are so many places to buy couture, but I want to find the perfect vintage piece. Maybe a classic that's seen as much of the world as I have.
Bonjour Marie.
Bonjour. Bonjour.
C'est Lola.
Lola.
She's my assistant.
Your assistant. And she doesn't argue too much. This is quite amazing.
With haute couture daywear starting at around £20,000, shops specialising in more affordable vintage pieces have sprung up all around the city.
Gosh, that's a bit flamboyant.
Yes.
I don't know quite when we'd wear that. I mean, look at it.
It is from the 80s. And you can match with a jello jacket, Hermès,
Very
because with
beautiful.
your eyes, it is quilt, because all the Chanel couture I made like this.
Something tells me I'm not going to leave empty-handed.
Well, I could quietly walk out with this.
Vous êtes magnifique. I can't believe. This dress was made for you.
And how much would this be?
Oh, don't speak about money. For your Christmas present.
It's top of the Christmas list.
Yes?
J'adore.
Oh, vous êtes trop
Very
belle.
much.
Oh, je suis
I've
trop
enjoyed my
contente.
visit. It has been a dream for me.
From couture to croissant, it's hard to say no to anything in Paris. I'll be dreaming about this enchanting city for months to come. Next time,
Come on!
all the hidden gems of life on the water,
Duck if I'm too near the side.
its delicious secrets
It's beautiful.
and wonderful communities.
Hello, you've just popped up from nowhere.
Few things bring me more pleasure than cooking
Gosh, that's great, isn't it?
and eating.
That's a bit of all right.
But there are certain dishes that I just can't get enough of.
I'm going to show you some of my simplest, mouth-watering recipes.
That are warming and comforting,
Merveilleux, merci.
and after braving the elements,
You can do better! Come on, come on!
what could be better to come back to?
That looks just like a hug in a pan. This is the food that makes you feel that everything will be all right. I always feel that being on the Thames is so calming. Whether I'm drifting down on a boat or walking along the towpath, it makes me feel that all is well with the world. Of course, I'm not the only one who's captivated by it. So many people work, play and eat along this iconic waterway. We walk the dogs early in the morning by the river, and the very first people we see are the rowers. I love watching them, but I've never taken the plunge myself. That's about to change, as the Henley Rowing Club are going to give me a chance. What have I left myself in for?
Okay, so this is Janet, so she's going to be your stroke of your boat. She's the person who sets the rhythm for the rest of the crew. Okay?
Okay. I'll do my best. Janet, help. So my job is to be the cox. I'll be in charge of steering the boat using 2 ropes attached to the rudder and motivating the crew. No pressure.
Should we just have a practice of that without going anywhere?
Yeah. From back stops. Are you ready? Go. There's a lot to live up to, as this is the original location for the Oxford and Cambridge University boat race 190 years ago.
So can you feel the boat turning now?
I can, but we're awfully near that boat.
Even it out now. So a bit on the left hand. That's it. Perfect. You're a natural, Mary.
OK, I've got the basics. Time to take it up a notch.
This is our race start.
Right, the pressure's on me and my crew.
Attention! Go!
We're out to win! Go! Go on! Go!
Thanks! Chestnut!
Go on! You can do better! Come on, come on! Give it 5! This lot really take pleasure from the river, and I can see why. Thank you.
That was absolutely awesome. You were brilliant.
Well, that's off my bucket list. I'm so pleased I didn't drown anyone. I think I owe them something delicious, simple and satisfying as a thank you. I'm going to make the perfect portable snack. Mixed bean and butternut wrap. They're so Moorish. It's worth all that exercise just to get your hands on one. I've got some natural yoghurt, and it's full-fat yoghurt. Beautifully creamy. It makes a very good base for wrap because it just holds it all together. To liven it up, throw in 4 finely shredded spring onions and half a clove of garlic. And now I'm going to add some harissa paste, which gives it that Middle Eastern flavour. For even more warmth, a 1/4 teaspoon of cumin. I'll just give that a stir. A tin of hearty mixed beans are the perfect partner for that creamy dressing. I'm going to add a squeeze of lemon, and that just sharpens it up. Some fresh coriander. Last job is to warm through the wraps. Action Station wraps. Start with the star of the show, that creamy bean mix. Then a little bit of shredded lettuce. That gives it a bit of crunch. For a princely topping, some delicious cumin-roasted butternut squash. You know, it's lovely when you're eating the wrap to come across these little pieces. I find it best to do the base first so it doesn't all come out at the bottom, and then just roll that up as tightly as you can, and I have filled it very, very full. And I think that looks very tempting. These wraps are now ready for my hungry teammates. come on, you've earned it. You're exhausted. I had the easy job.
Thank you so much. Oh, this is most welcome.
I'm sorry you didn't win, but... Well, that was a pretty exhilarating experience. I hope my next adventure is a bit calmer because I've lost my voice.
In the 15th century, monarchs started to travel by river instead of road to avoid disease and robbery. They were escorted by the royal waterman, and I'm hitching a ride with one of them.
Jonathan, I hear you've got a rather important job on the Thames.
Yes, last year I was appointed a waterman to Her Majesty the Queen. It's an honour that's bestowed to 18 Thames watermen that have spent their life on the river, to attend state events, state opening of Parliament being one of them, where the watermen escort the crown to Parliament. It's a bit of a weird tradition.
Have you done it yet?
Well, going on Monday to do my first
What are
duty.
you going to wear?
Well, it's an Elizabethan outfit. So it's red tights, black buckled shoes.
Have you tried them on?
Yeah, I have a new uniform. And a big gold brocade here with ER on, and a little cap. I was really pleased to be appointed.
So you were very honoured.
Really, really honoured.
What a charming man. And I'm so grateful he's brought me to my next stop.
This is one of the Thames's most famous restaurants. I've never turned up at the waterside by a boat. Lucky me. I'm very excited. What?
Yeah.
There we are.
The Waterside Inn has held its 3 Michelin stars for 34 years, the longest of any restaurant in the country. It may be famed for fine dining, but the Roux family are devotees of divine comfort food.
My goodness, isn't it lovely to see you, Mary?
I'm very thrilled to be here. Thank you.
Are you going to join me?
I would love to, thank you.
It's a pleasure.
Michel Roux is the restaurant's founder.
You've got the view there, which is beautiful.
But since 2002, his talented son, Alain, has been in charge of the kitchen, now with head chef Fabrice Oulin.
The dish I'm going to serve Mary as a main course is going to be venison. The meat is wrapped in pastry, and I think that really is comfort food. I just hope she likes it. My dad sometimes can be moody, so I hope he's having a good day, but I'm more keen and interested on making Mary happy.
Aha.
Doesn't that look sheer perfection? It's beautiful. It's a good thing to cover it.
It's theatrical. I love the show. You know when
You're a showman anyway,
Yeah, a
aren't
little
you?
bit.
The venison Wellington has a mushroom duxelle with a chicken mousse. It's made richer by a blackcurrant sauce.
Look at that pastry.
You know puff pastry, you can buy it in a shop.
That's my line, not yours.
No, that's right. But, you know, with 26 chefs in the kitchen, 6 pastry chefs, we do our puff pastry. We make it. Bon appetit.
Thank you.
Little seasoning, bring up the flavor.
It's cooked to perfection.
It doesn't get better than this. Though if I know the kitchen, there'll be more to come.
Apple tart, which is an upside-down apple tart, is the most comfy dessert you can have. My grandma used to prepare that. My mum used to prepare that. I think that says it all. Passe, on enlève.
Wow.
Oh.
Gosh, the shine on that tart.
That's beautiful.
Look at the shine, the glaze. It's beautiful.
It's comfort food. It's real food.
Of course, the apple is beautifully tender. The thinnest of pastry.
Yeah. And it's food you can eat any day. It's not fancy food, you see.
Well, I'd call it reassuringly fancy, but I get the point. I don't have a Michelin star, but I do have a pear pudding that you'll just want to dive into. Start by creaming 150 grams of light muscovado sugar with 75 grams of butter.
I'm going to add the milk,
followed by 175 grams of self-raising flour, 1 teaspoon of bicarbonate of soda, and a couple of eggs.
and I've got 2 tablespoons of black treacle. Don't overdo it, because if you put too much, you'll get a shock. It'll rise and then drop down in the middle.
Another whiz, and the sweet, sticky mixture is almost there.
That's about right. And the consistency is a really thick batter.
To make it autumnal, add a tin of chopped sweet pears.
And you see it's a lovely toffee colour, and the brown sugar gives it that wonderful flavour.
Then into the oven for 40 minutes at 180 fan.
Now for the glorious toffee sauce. And there's a lot of it too. You're not going to run out.
This is truly decadent comfort food, so I'm not holding back. 100 grams of butter and 175 grams of light muscovado sugar.
2 tablespoons of black treacle, every scrap going in.
Add half a teaspoonful of vanilla extract and 400 ml of double cream.
Now I'm going to stir that until all the butter has dissolved. At the moment, it runs straight off the spoon, but we want it thicker than that, so it will float on top of the pudding.
Time's up. Let's get it out.
Oh, it smells lovely.
A few delicate pear slices on top, and we're ready for the luxurious toffee sauce.
It's just beautifully silky. It does look good, doesn't it? Most tempting.
This pudding is food for the soul. Just what I need to set me up for the next part of my journey.
The tidal Thames, it's choppy, it's busy, it's noisy. There's so much going on here. I cannot believe it's the same river.
I've hitched a ride on one of the harbour master's patrol boats. Their job is to look after the river and make sure everyone is behaving themselves.
So, seeing as you're on here today for free, would you like to earn your living?
I would like to, but on one condition: you stay and keep an eye on me, because I don't want trouble from him for doing the wrong thing.
I'm sure you'll be fine. Here you go.
Right.
3 harbour master boats patrol this river 24 hours a day.
I just do it with the wheel, do I?
So if you come back towards me a little bit.
That's it, turn them.
Is it the same as a car?
Exactly
A bit like the car, really.
They not only assist boats in distress, they also protect the river's environment.
Now, at the moment, I'm straight in the middle of that bridge.
That's perfect.
That's it, just there, like that. That's it, leave the wheel there.
And that should get you through the arch.
I'm hoping it will. Now, duck.
You may want to come back our way a little bit, but...
Duck if I'm too near the side.
So this is Lambeth Bridge that you're going underneath. And right in front of us, you've got Westminster Bridge.
And the Houses of Parliament.
And the Houses of Parliament. And the nice thing about these 2 bridges, Lambeth and Westminster Bridge, is they're painted red and green, and they match the colour of the seats in the Houses of Parliament. So the Lords nearer to Lambeth Bridge, and the Commons nearer to the Westminster Bridge.
That's lovely.
The harbour men are just part of a team who contribute to the health of the river. It's currently the cleanest it's been for 50 years. Unbelievably, over 125 species of fish can now be found beneath its muddy water.
Like a cup of tea, Skipper?
Thank you very much.
I was expecting you to bring some cakes.
I'm sorry, I haven't brought anything.
I might not have caught the fish for my next recipe, but it's certainly my tribute to the Thames. Fragrant Thai salmon with roasted vegetables, a colourful dish to brighten up even the dullest of days.
There's no faff with this recipe. It's all done in the oven and served in one dish. First of all, the sauce. I'm adding a full can of coconut milk. And then I'm going to add some Thai paste. Now this is just full of flavour. To give it a lift, add finely chopped ginger and red chilli. If you don't want it too hot, add a bit less. If you want it very hot, add more. Next, a crushed clove of garlic and the juice of 2 limes. 2 teaspoons of fish sauce. Just needs a little bit of a mix. This is very simple because you don't have to heat the sauce before you pour it over the roasted vegetables. Just straight into a jug and give it a stir. Very easy. What makes this dish so delicious is its mix of roasted vegetables. First of all, I'm putting red peppers. I've taken all the seeds out and chopped it up. And I've got little florets of cauliflower. And then some shallots. These are banana shallots, and they keep their shape beautifully, and I've just cut them in half. A good drizzle of oil and some runny honey will caramelise those veg to a golden brown. Some sea salt over the top, like that. A little pepper. Always black pepper so I can see where I've been. Pour over half of the aromatic Thai sauce, saving the rest for later. Now those want to go into a really hot oven. That's 200 degrees fan, and it'll take about 15 minutes. Now I just need to prepare the courgettes. They don't take long to cook, so I'll throw them in towards the end. When they're young, they have a very delicate flavour. Don't forget, they will also need some oil to roast. The other veg have had 15 minutes, and look at that. Looks ready to me. It smells amazing. Throw in that flash of green, and it looks majestic. Now for its crowning glory, the salmon. To bring the dish together, even more of that mouth-watering Thai sauce. And back in the oven straight away. It'll take a further 10 minutes. Good job I haven't got glasses on, otherwise I wouldn't see a thing. The sauce is bubbling away. Could you imagine anything more delicious to come home to on a grey, cold day? The tidal Thames has some wonderful hidden gems. This is Tower Bridge Moorings, one of its oldest river communities. 7 of the barges here have stunning gardens growing an amazing array of fruit and vegetables. I promise you, I'm as sober as a judge. It's very difficult coming along here. It's just like this, but I'm here. I've been invited to have a look round by Suj, who's lived here for 14 years. What an amazing view.
It is. It's beautiful. I feel so blessed and lucky to call this place my home.
How many barges are here?
We have about 50 barges and over 100 people living here now.
And do you all get together for sort of occasions here?
We do have a communal barge. So we have a lot of community events like book clubs, film clubs. Yes.
Hello, you've just popped up from nowhere. They grow everything here from citrus fruits to green leaf veg. There's a crab apple.
Yes.
I'm going to get out of the rain and whip up something simple and delicious for Suj and his friends. Goodness gracious me, it's nearly lunchtime.
I know.
You look very
Well, just
cosy.
woken up. Hello. Oh, nice to meet you.
You've only just woken up?
Yes.
I hope he's going to put some clothes on if he's joining us for lunch. I've cooked in some very strange places in my time, never on the Thames, and I've got Tower Bridge on my right. But what better than a warm chicken salad? Very simple. The heart of this delicious salad is the mouth-watering dressing. First of all, creme fraiche, and you know me, always full fat. Then I'm going to add some Dijon mustard. Gives a bit of bite, and you need a bit of bite when it's chilly like it is today.
A touch of sugar for sweetness and a squeeze of lemon juice will bring out the freshness I'm looking for.
Some Parmesan cheese gives it bite, which makes it extra warming.
This is so quick and simple, I just need to layer it up.
Some iceberg lettuce, which I'm going to start at the bottom. Some spring onion, and sprinkle that all over the top. Sweet pickled cucumber, the kind that come in a jar and add a bit of sweetness to it. And then I've got this dill, bright green and fresh.
The star ingredient is my pan-fried chicken glazed in honey with paprika. Some extra Parmesan shavings are always welcome.
Then a few pea shoots on top. It's looking good, isn't it?
Finally, that creme fraiche Parmesan and lemon dressing, and plenty of it.
All I need now is a few hungry people to try it. I hope you're starving.
We are.
There we are. How do you like it?
I love it.
Oh, it's gorgeous.
And you were in your pajamas earlier, I remember. So that's your breakfast.
This is my breakfast.
Perfect for breakfast.
I like nothing better than a warm salad. And my idea of indulgent comfort is a rich citron tart to follow. I've made my sweet short crust pastry, but you can buy some ready-made if you want to.
If you find it difficult to roll it round the rolling pin, get the base of your sponge sandwich tin, slip it underneath, and then to transport it, just pull that forward, and you've no fear of it cracking.
Lift up the edges, gently pressing the pastry into the tin.
I'm now going to prick the base, because if I don't, it domes up and I wouldn't get my filling in.
Blind bake the pastry for 15 minutes at 180 fan, then without the beans for a further 5.
There it is, just as I wanted it to be. All crispy around the outside, pale golden, and beautifully cooked. Pastry's cooling, and now I'm going to make the lemon posset filling, which is to die for. In goes the cream, double pouring cream, nothing but the best. 150 grams of caster sugar, and then the zest of 3 lemons. And just stir until the sugar has dissolved.
My tip is to let the lemon cream cool slightly before adding some lemon juice to stop it curdling.
And the lemon juice has a magic setting quality. You don't need any gelatin, you don't need any corn flour. It's just the lemons that make it set. And you can actually see it's beginning to thicken like magic. Chill in the fridge for a minimum 4 hours, but ideally overnight. Look at that. Perfect set. Let's hope if I push that down, it'll come off. It did, didn't it?
For a finishing touch, some sweet autumn bliss raspberries will work a treat.
That is pure lemon indulgence. Happiness on a plate. what a way to end my journey at this iconic landmark, Tower Bridge.
Made of 31 million bricks, it took 8 years to build. Officially opened in 1894, now 40,000 people use it every day. And I'm thrilled to be visiting its nerve centre.
Gosh, that was wet.
Hi, Mary.
You must be Dave.
Yeah, I'm Dave.
As the bridge driver, Dave is responsible for raising the bridge to keep the river traffic moving.
How do you fancy having a go at it?
Well, me?
Yep.
Will you stay right by my side, because I don't want to make a mess up of it?
I'll run through everything with you.
It's not every day you get to stop the traffic in London.
So can you do this northwest exit gate? That's it. There's no traffic on the bridge whatsoever. Can you press the pedestrian gates for us, please?
All motor vehicles are requested to switch off their engines while waiting, please.
Just pull it back to the first position. That's what.
It's going up, isn't
Yeah.
it exciting?
The bascules take just 90 seconds to reach 45 degrees, and it can be opened up to 14 times a week.
Is that a friendly thank you?
Yeah, he does it every time.
Oh, that's nice.
What goes up must come down.
Just gently forward.
Gosh, it's powerful, isn't it? Open.
Well done, Mary.
Thank you very, very much.
You're welcome.
Wow, what an experience.
Next time,
Gosh, what a handshake.
I'm on the Emerald Isle,
Here's a good one.
where the food
Oh, it smells amazing.
is as welcoming as the people.
Have you ever had that before?
You got me, Mary.
Few things bring me more pleasure than cooking.
Gosh, that's great, isn't it?
And eating.
That's a bit of all right.
But there are certain dishes that I just can't get enough of.
I'm going to show you some of my simplest, mouth-watering recipes.
That are warming and comforting.
Merveilleux, merci.
And after braving the elements,
You can do better. Come on, come on.
what could be better to come back to?
That looks just like a hug in a pan. This is the food that makes you feel that everything will be all right.
When I think of Ireland, I think of colourful towns, beautiful scenery,
Here's a good one.
and unpredictable weather.
Yes, it certainly rains in Ireland, making this landscape lush and green. And it's good to come home to some hearty, warming dishes.
Ireland's food is its beating heart, so much so that their glorious recipes are found all around the world.
Considering I'm in Ireland, it might seem a little bit odd that I'm starting at the English market. Not quite what you'd expect in Cork, but I promise you it's an absolute gem.
The market has been here since 1788. It is said to have survived fire and famine, revolution and war, depression and boom. I'm lucky to have Kay Hart as my guide. She and her daughter, Rebecca, run Farm Gate, the family cafe that's been based in the market for 25 years.
Mary, it's a great pleasure to have you in the market. We're very excited about this.
Don't you? Oh, well, I'm thrilled to be here.
This market was established for the British living in Cork at the time. And also, what's kind of interesting about it is that we were also very instrumental in feeding the British troops over the years.
But those days are long gone. This market is now the bloodline for the local community and a draw for thousands of tourists who flock to Cork each year.
We have such a cross-section of nationalities here as well, that now we're making things like lavash bread from the Lebanon, made by a Lebanese baker, because we encourage the bakers to make their own traditional breads.
Tucked away in the fresh fruit and veg, there are some exotic finds, like this Buddha's hand.
What would you actually do with that?
You put it in cocktails, and it tastes of lemon, but...
Are you serious? I don't think I've ever seen it before.
There's one stall that's really caught my eye.
Pat, this is Mary
We have a
Berry.
little visitor, have
the
we?
one and only Mary Berry. Yeah, exactly. Pat
Very
O'Connell.
pleased to meet you.
Gosh, what a handshake! And look at that monkfish.
That's the mother-in-law fish.
Oh.
That's what we call it in Cork, the mother-in-law fish.
What, because it's got such an ugly face or something?
teeth.
Oh.
That's a tuna that we
The
got in
tuna,
yesterday evening, 250 kilos. These are garnered.
I don't like Kerner.
Do you not?
No, I don't.
Why not?
Oh, I don't like the way they look at me for a start.
You know what they say, never judge a book by its cover.
Do you have smoked cod?
We smoke haddock ourselves in our own smokehouse in Bandon.
All right, but do you dye it like
No.
that? No, because my husband thought that smoked haddock came out of the sea yellow.
Yeah, well,
I shouldn't mock my husband. There's a one-pot fish dish that he adores. It's the perfect recipe to cheer up anyone on a rainy day.
A salmon, fennel, shallot in a delicious creamy wine sauce, cooked in no time. Not at all complicated.
Start with sizzling butter, add the fennel and sliced shallots.
And they give a lovely base to the salmon.
Softening for 8 to 10 minutes will bring out all the sweetness. This salmon is beautifully fresh and a good thickness.
I rather like having 2 pieces rather than 1. This has become translucent, it's getting tender.
But I can't add the fish before adding a dash of something special.
So I've got 150. It's a very small glass, and I have to say I have a little more than that in the evening.
When the wine has reduced, add 200 ml of full-fat creme fraiche.
And that little bit of sharpness you get with creme fraiche all adds to the flavour.
It wouldn't be one of my dishes without some cracked black pepper. Now we're ready to place this succulent salmon on top.
The salmon will cook in the steam, only be a couple of minutes, and I'm turning that down gently. I've got a little bowl of peas, and they're the petit pois, and they just have interest and colour as well as flavour. You see how that immediately gives it a lift?
A squeeze of lemon will bring it all together.
And if I were a chef, I would be able to squeeze like that and a lot would come out. With me, there doesn't seem to be any muscle there. I'm going to put a little parsley over the top. This really is delightful and effortless. What would I have with it? Certainly the rest of that wine on the side.
My salmon and fennel one-pot wonder is just one of the dishes inspired by this exceptional market. Everywhere I look, there's so much else I'd like to try. Well, maybe not everything.
Well, I don't think I'll buy any tails today. When people say they don't know about lamb, I said, it's got 2 legs at the front, 2 legs at the back, and chops in the middle. So it's easy, isn't it?
But I'm desperate to taste some of the traditional Irish fare, like the potato classics and simmering stews that are made upstairs in Kay's Cafe.
Wonderful smells here. Hello. It's a small kitchen for serving 250 people a day.
Well, everything is at hand, I suppose. It's tight and we're busy, but yeah, everything is here. So the stew is just over here, gently bubbling. Yeah, we keep it on all through lunch. So there's a lovely big bouquet garni in there of thyme and bay leaves and all the usual suspects.
Onions and carrots.
So you have to dig deep because the barley sinks. Pearl
There's barley in it?
Yeah, loads of pearl barley.
So it's an unthickened stew.
Yeah.
Pearl barley, carrots.
Yeah.
Is that sweet?
Yeah, it's sweet, or as we call it, turnip. So yeah, it's just really, really simple, and the broth is brown from browning the lamb. So and the onions.
And you brown the lamb first?
Yeah. And that's it.
Nectar. Beautifully tender.
The other speciality here is the boxty potato pancake. It's really half pancake and half hash brown, served here with black pudding, caramelised onions and watercress.
It is good. You know what's making that? It's the grated raw potato with the potato mash.
We specialise here in what you'd call comfort food.
And market food.
In market food, yeah. And in comfort. And in, I mean, it's cold at the moment, so all our dishes are really warm.
It's delicious. No wonder you have it in the cafe and it goes so well.
There's a more famous Irish potato dish that I want to make. Colcannon is as heartening as it gets. Perfect to serve alongside heavenly slow-cooked pork.
Hand and spring or shoulder is a traditional cut of meat, not at all popular because it has this big bone in, but slow roasted, it's perfect.
Start with onions and garlic, sage and bay leaf, all in the bottom of a roasting tin. Score the skin, sprinkle on some salt and rub in a little oil.
Into the pan on top of those herbs and onion and garlic.
Add hot stock.
That's going to make it beautifully moist and also partly make the gravy.
Place in the oven at 200 fan to give it a good start.
What I like about something like roast pork, as soon as the family come in, they'll begin sort of sniffing and say, oh, we can't wait for lunch. That wonderful smell of a family roast. It's very comforting.
After about 45 minutes, just turn the temperature down to 130 fan and leave for another 3 hours.
I love a slow roast. It's particularly good if you have a family that are sometimes a little bit late for lunch. It just cooks to perfection. It does it without any attention.
Now for my simple colcannon. Melt a knob of butter in a hot pan with 2 tablespoons each of cream and milk. Throw in the boiled potatoes, turn off the heat and start mashing.
I like a fairly soft mash for the colcannon. Get on top of it and press it down till it's beautifully smooth. That's a beautiful creamy mash. But to make it even better, spring onions and cabbage. So first of all, a generous, huge knob of butter in there.
Cook these gorgeous green vegetables for about 5 minutes before adding the mash.
Gosh, that's great, isn't it? I could eat it right now on its own. It's one of the simplest things in life, and it is so delicious.
The slow-cooked pork is now ready to make some super crackly crackling.
There it is. Now, it doesn't look like crackling at the moment, but you wait till it's been in a nice hot oven.
Just cut the skin into thin strips, and for the ultimate crunch, 10 minutes in a hot oven will do it.
Keep an eye on it. You don't want to burn it after all that effort. Right, let's have a look at the crackling. Really, really crispy. Look at that. Enough for everyone. And just listen as I bang it on the dish. Bit like pork scratchings.
My slow roast hand and spring with melting onion gravy and the wonderful colcannon on the side.
What a celebration of Ireland. I can think of nothing more warming than this dish. And I'm ready to dig in right now.
How can I hate this weather when it inspires so many warming dishes? Nothing is going to stop me getting out and about, and believe it or not, I'm now in search of water. The water of life, that is.
Ireland is really famous for its hearty homegrown food, but there's something else that I want to try.
Here at the Middleton Distillery, the whisky cannot be called Irish until it's been matured on the island for at least 3 years. I'm here to meet Ger, who is a 5th-generation cooper. There used to be 10,000 barrel makers in Ireland. Now there are just 4 left.
Well, hello, Mary.
Hello. So you're the master cooper?
I'm the master cooper here in Middleton Distillery for working for Jameson, so yes.
It looks very hard work to me.
Yes, there's a lot of hard work, but there's a lot of skill in that. Everything I do is by eye and by hand. My own family have been working at this craft for over 200 years.
200
so it's been handed
years.
down to
So
father
your
to son.
dad was
My
a
dad,
cooper?
my granddad, my great-granddad.
And what about your children?
I have daughters.
Well, why not?
But my youngest daughter prefers to cook your recipes.
How long does it actually take from start to finish to make a barrel?
So traditionally, if using the tools my dad would have used, such as an axe and various other things, it would have taken 1 day to make one of these.
So how long will it take you to finish this barrel?
Well, if you give me a couple of minutes, we'll see how fast I can do it.
Well, OK, I'll time you.
I'm timing. Is that quick enough?
I thought that was very quick. I thought you did very well.
OK, Mary, it's a cold day outside. Let's go light a fire and cook all this beautiful oak.
You lead the way.
Let's go.
Now for the fun. We're going to set fire to the barrel to caramelise and crystallise all the sugars and vanillas in the oak.
Don't worry, I was a girl guide, I know what to do.
A lot of colour and flavour in the whisky comes from charring the wood.
So the kindling is just so the barrel will catch on fire. And the char will also act as a kind of a filter to take out some impurities out of the whisky. If you didn't do it, your whisky would be very sour. This gets rid of a lot of the tannin.
You've got your gloves ready?
And I've got my gloves ready because tannin gets on your hand and it's very hard to get off. So I always make sure I wear some gloves. So now I've smothered it.
Yep.
So the smoke will out the fire as well. So we leave it go for a couple of seconds. Then I'll remove it and you'll see a big, huge plume of smoke. Wow. And we need to go upwind. And then we just put the lid back on. And we can leave it like that. And we can go back to the cooperage.
Right, and it'll put itself out.
And it'll put itself.
After all that excitement, I was very grateful to meet Brian Nation, the head distiller, who promised me a drop of the hard stuff.
So this has been sitting in a cask for 18 years.
18 years?
18 years, yes.
It perks you up just popping your nose in there.
Absolutely. And if you'd like to taste, now even though this is probably 57% alcohol, do you get that lovely vanilla sweetness and that charred oak?
Well, I can tell you, it's been pouring with rain all day. I've been quite cold, and this has warmed my cockles.
It's definitely a lovely way to finish up.
I'll have a drop more.
Absolutely.
Whisky might not be everybody's first choice to get the damp out of your bones, so here's a delicious slow-cooked lamb stew, which will do the job just as well.
I couldn't have gone to Ireland without making a stew, and this one is simplicity itself.
I'm using a kilo of boned lamb neck fillet. It's a great favourite of mine because it's both lean and full of flavour, but it will need time in the oven.
Now it should sizzle, so she's standing back. I'm cooking this fast at this stage, and as you can see at the bottom there, a little bit of sediment sticks to the pan. I scratch it off, and that little bit of colour and sediment will add to the flavour of my casserole.
When the lamb has browned, start cooking the sliced celery and onion with a clove of crushed garlic.
Now I'm going to soften that down, and as the moisture comes out of the onion, I'm going to make sure that I take up that brown sediment there, you see, at the bottom, and again, that will add to the colour of the casserole. Right, to the spices.
Add a tablespoon of cumin and curry powder.
Now, this isn't a curry dish, it just gives it a lift. This smells divine. It smells hot and warming.
Turn up the heat and throw in a tin of chopped tomatoes and 450 ml of beef stock, which bring all those veg together.
It's important when you're making a stew to put things in the right order. If I put the whole lot in together, it would all be a bit mushy and would be overcooked.
For even more richness, I'm adding tomato paste and my little secret, mango chutney.
You may think mango chutney is an unusual ingredient for a stew, but I find that it just adds to the flavour.
Finally, it's time to add that last bit of seasoning and then return the lamb to the pan.
Give it a gentle stir, and then when it's come to a full rolling boil, which it has, just look at that. Put the lid on, and it'll cook very gently for 1 hour at 140.
I can get on with the last couple of ingredients, 2 sweet potatoes and a can of haricot beans.
My husband would like butter beans, but I think these little beans will take on the flavour of that wonderful sauce. We always think of Ireland and potatoes, but they're all different kinds, and it's well worth trying the sweet potato.
Give it a good stir, put the lid back on and into the oven for 45 minutes.
Well, we've waited for this. Wow! Oh, it smells amazing. You can see all the elements, the beans, the sweet potatoes, the tomatoes, and lovely brown meat that's so tender. I can't resist having a taste. It's hot, it's going to burn me, but it's going to be worth it. I promise you that just melts in your mouth. A really hearty, gorgeous family meal, and it looks after itself.
In my book, few things can't be improved by a little bit of butter. Cork was once the global centre for butter, exporting up to 500,000 barrels a year all around the world. For centuries, this road was a lifeline for local farmers who needed to sell their wares at Cork's Butter Exchange. I want to see this famous road, so Butter Road expert Pat Noonan is taking me to find it. He's even promised me a picnic when we get there. If the weather had been kinder, I might have gone all the way to West Kerry, but we've stopped here at a stone bench known as the Kerryman's Table. Seems we won't let the rain stop us.
Welcome to Ireland.
Tell me about the Butter Road.
Well, this is the resting place where the people will stop overnight. It takes 3 days to get to Cork. And they'd stop here and they'd probably meet other people and might get more butter to transport along the way.
Well, there's plenty of butter on there,
Yeah,
which I love.
Well, Mary, would you like some tea?
I think a whiskey toddy would be more the mark, but I'll make do with tea.
Yeah, tea, keep going. Get that into you.
That'll warm the cockles.
It sure will.
In this weather, I can only imagine the hardships of traipsing the 70-mile stretch by horse and cart. I'm so lucky to have a ride and the knowledge that my next stop in Clonmel will serve up the ultimate comfort, some delicious buttered cake.
I've made a tremendous number of cakes in my time, but I've never made one that can tell your fortune.
Nuala is queen of the barmbrack cake, a magical bit of baking that's been at the heart of this family for almost 120 years.
Mary Berry, so good to have you here in Clonmel. You're very, very welcome.
I've come a long way to taste your cakes. I particularly want to taste that cake that will tell my fortune. Mind you, I can't believe it.
That's our barmbrack, so come this way and I'll show you how to make them.
OK, I'm there. Tell me what we're up to.
We've been baking barmbracks here for 4 generations. It's unbaked and there's lots of fruit in it.
It's such a heavy dough.
Yeah.
Has this cake got a long history?
Oh my goodness, yes, it goes right back to pagan times. Halloween originally came from Ireland. Ia Hauna, as we call it in Irish, the end of summer, and they'd party and have this traditional barmbrack with the charms.
So these are the little charms that are actually inside. It's a bit like our Christmas pudding we used to put coins in. What are they? What do they mean?
So the P is for plenty, the coin is for wealth, the stick we say you're going to get a beating. Now you're going to beat somebody up.
That's a bit cruel.
Yeah, it is. That's not a nice one. The ring, you're going to be married and live happily ever after. The button, a bachelor or a spinster. And the rag, you're going to be poor.
And so you put those already wrapped up in parchment paper into the raw
into the dough, yes.
And actually, when you look or come across it, you don't actually know what it is.
No,
it's
until you slice it.
So we owe Halloween to Ireland. Fancy that. Apparently, years ago, religious medals could also be found in the brack, predicting a life in the holy orders.
Now, Mary, the moment of truth. We'll see what your fortune has to tell. Ooh, what have we?
There's something there.
Now, Mary, that's your slice.
Right.
Yeah. Cut open the brack there. See, what is it?
That isn't the money, it's wealth.
A woman of wealth.
I promise I'll share it. I see something peeking through there.
Oh, dear God almighty, I'm going to get a beating.
Oh. Have you ever had that before?
You got me, Mary.
But I've got the wealth.
Well, my cakes might not be able to predict your future, but I can tell you, eat enough of this one and you won't worry about what tomorrow brings.
This cake is an absolute cracker. Dead easy to make, and I've called it coffee praline cake. There's not much I don't know about cake, and I'll pass it on to you.
Dissolve some coffee granules in the bottom of a bowl. Add 4 large eggs, 225 grams of baking spread, sugar and flour. Then 1 teaspoon of baking powder and beat together.
That is beautifully smooth.
Divide the mix between 2 tins and place in the oven at 160 fan for 30 minutes. Could anything be easier?
Praline sounds very posh. It is simply a caramel with nuts.
Take a stainless steel pan, sugar and 4 tablespoonfuls of water.
It really is very, very easy if you follow the rules.
And the first rule is don't be tempted to leave it.
Quite a lot of cooking and baking is about patience, and this is one of those times.
When the syrup is clear, turn up the heat and get boiling.
And what you'll notice is you can actually hear that bubbling. Suddenly, the noise will go quiet, and then you want to look at it and see that it's becoming straw-coloured. Don't be tempted to stir it. It's like children. When it's quiet, you know it's the time to watch. The bubbles are dying down. That means that all the water has been driven off. And that's nearly the colour. It's brown. That's absolutely fine. I've turned the heat off.
In go the hazelnuts.
Swirl it round. And then just pour it on. Put it to one side and let it set.
While the cake's cool, I'm whipping up my icing of coffee, butter and sugar.
That's it, didn't take too many minutes. Now I'm all set to crush the praline. And I always like to have icing in the middle and on the top, but you can choose. It's a very generous filling. Then put the other one on top. There it is, going on.
Push the icing right to the edges.
And then simply put the rest of the nuts on top like this. What could be better than having a slice of this celebration cake and an Irish coffee? Just the thing at the end of the day.
I've eaten and drunk my way around Ireland, and I've enjoyed every minute of their wonderful hospitality. But there's just one thing I want to do before I leave.
This amazing castle apparently holds the key to the gift of the gab. But will it be worth it?
Blarney Castle was a medieval stronghold, and in 1446, a stone believed to have magic powers was set into the wall. To this very day, people travel from around the globe to give the stone a kiss. I wonder how many people have climbed these 127 steps in the hope that they will never be again lost for words.
Oh, wow, that was a climb. Masses of steps.
It seems to kiss the stone, you have to lean backwards over a sheer drop.
You're nearly there, I've got you. Go on, another little bit. Nearly there, and kiss. Well done, there you go.
Goodness gracious. Do you know, I'm sure it's worth it to you young things. I'm very happy to just blow it a kiss.
Time will tell if I'm any more eloquent, but I'm certainly a little fitter after all those stairs. I will never forget my enchanting visit to Ireland, the amazing emerald green fields washed by the rain. Next time, I'm exploring a taste of home.
That certainly was a welcome.
With recipes we always return to.
I think that looks wonderful.
Bringing friends and family together. Few things bring me more pleasure than cooking.
Gosh, that's great, isn't it?
And eating.
That's a bit of all right.
But there are certain dishes that I just can't get enough of.
I'm going to show you some of my simplest, mouth-watering recipes.
That are warming and comforting.
Merveilleux, merci.
And after braving the elements,
you can do better! Come on, come on!
What could be better to come back to?
That looks just like a hug in a pan. This is the food that makes you feel that everything will be all right. What could be better than food that reminds us of home?
Whether it's what your mum used to make or your favourite couch comfort, my heart always turns to those dishes that make us feel safe and sound. And there are so many people from around the country who feel just like I do. One of those is Chef Joe Young, who's taken the comfort food he grew up with in Hong Kong and turned it into his living, with the help of his daughter Chantal.
Good morning.
Hi.
This duo specialises in 4 different kinds of dumplings: chicken, pork, prawn and jackfruit.
You call yourselves chubby dumplings. Neither of you look chubby.
When I was a kid, my dad used to make the best dumplings and I would just gobble them all up straight away. And he nicknamed me Chubby Dumpling because I ate them all.
Ah, how lovely. And what made you start up a truck?
My dad used to have his own restaurant for 31 years and then retired a couple of years ago. I convinced him to come out of retirement to work hard and make dumplings. And now we have a food van together.
Joe's prized recipe is a family one, handed down through the generations.
Like to come in and give me a hand?
Well, I'll have a go.
Dumpling dough is simply flour, water and salt. The skill is in the rolling if you want a perfectly shaped result.
Just the dough in your palm, put a little bit
Filling in there, in the middle.
It's a fiddly job. First, I need to get the right amount of shiitake mushroom and chicken mix.
You put the bottom to the top.
I take that
Yeah.
and I give it a pinch. Now the trouble starts.
You just move your fingers to the top and give it a squeeze.
There.
Do it one more time. Lovely.
It's a bit ham-fisted. I don't think you're going to give me a job.
Well, I couldn't afford you.
How many dumplings can you make in an hour?
Roughly about 180 to 200.
Goodness gracious, I would be sacked on my first day, wouldn't I?
Joe is not only speedy, but very resourceful when it comes to cooking.
And you've been steaming there on the top of an ordinary urn.
Very useful.
Then a quick fry to crisp them up.
I love the way that you love your own home cooking, but you're bringing it out here so everybody can enjoy it.
Yeah, it's good. And there's so many people come to the van who haven't had dumplings before, and they wouldn't necessarily go to a Chinese restaurant and order this food if they're on the streets. Is a good way to try new things. So these are ready.
They smell so good. Just the finishing touches.
Spring onions, some fresh chilies, gonna pop on the top.
Not too much, please.
Some Asian pickles. So there you go, there's your lunch.
Lovely.
Thank you.
So good.
There's nothing like your family's best recipes. But for me, there's one that has stood the test of time. And I hope it will still be cooked by my grandchildren one day.
I think roast chicken must be the most favourite family roast. I'm going to put a lovely flavoursome butter underneath the skin and serve it with melting onions. Got some butter and it's nice and soft.
In with the flavour, crushed garlic, grated fresh ginger, and the zest of half a lemon.
Some tarragon, and as you chop it, you get that wonderful aroma.
The tarragon gets mashed into the butter, then carefully pushed under the skin.
It's well worth doing this. It really infuses the meat with the flavour. If you put it just on top, it drips down into the meat. So that's ready to roast. I'm going to put that in the tin.
Add 2 roughly chopped onions, which will cook alongside and slowly caramelise. And drizzle generously with olive oil.
I'm going to put a little bit of salt. That just gives a lovely crunchy topping.
Into the oven for about an hour at 180 fan. When it's done, the juices should run clear and the skin golden and crisp.
I think that looks so tempting. That glorious chestnut colour, and the onions look brilliant too.
I'm just going to leave it to rest and plate up those gorgeous caramelised onions that will be served alongside.
Now to the gravy. I've got all the fat in the pan from the chicken, a little bit of oil from those onions, so I know it's a good flavour.
My simple gravy is just how Mum used to make it. 2 tablespoons of flour will start it off.
So I'm working the flour into all those drippings.
In with 150 ml of white wine and 500 ml of chicken stock. And some gravy browning to give it a rich colour.
You can make it as dark or as light as you want. My family always say if the gravy's a good brown colour, oh, doesn't that look good, Mum?
Finally, a little red currant jelly and a dash of Worcester sauce.
That's the consistency.
Served with crisp roast potatoes and a green vegetable. What could be better?
All I've got to do now is round up the family, quickly.
My next taste of home is a little slice of Sicily. I'm in Camden at an Italian deli that's been here for nearly 40 years.
Una musica dolce suonava soltanto per me. All together now. Volare, oh, cantare, oh. Welcome, Mary.
That certainly was a welcome.
This treasure trove of Italian food is a family business, run by brothers Antonio and Stefano.
Can I let you try a nice bit of pecorino with some lovely truffle, maybe?
Oh, that's something different, thank you.
Originally from Sicily, the brothers moved to Britain when they were young and weren't ready to let go of their home comforts.
Food has always been our passion, and my mum infused that into us, and she helped us for the first 5-6 years, and Tony and myself, and she just let us get on with it. But she's always had her eye on us, keeping an eye, making sure everything's done properly.
It's brother Antonio who's the don of the deli's puddings.
This is the most common dessert in Sicily, cannoli.
What are the shells made of?
Shells is made with wheat, a little bit of red wine, and then they're fried. You just pipe. Mary, you're the expert piper here. I'm sure you've done this a few times yourself. We use cotta cream, which is made from sheep's milk.
Antonio is dipping the cannoli into crushed pistachio, but they also use candied fruits and dark chocolate.
I'd like to have a go.
Please.
Oh, wait a minute. I think I need to roll my sleeves up.
It doesn't matter where your home cooking comes from. It's always handy to know how to pipe.
Excellent.
That's it.
Excellent. She's piping better than a Sicilian, this Mary, eh?
There we are. That's
excellent.
So far.
That's it. And then you give it a little dip in there.
Okay.
That's it.
I think I've been a bit more generous than you.
Yeah, I've been a bit tight with the pistachios, I think, huh?
There we are.
Lovely. Perfect, Mary. Perfect.
I'm going straight into it. Is this the sort of thing that your mum used to make when you were young?
Yes. I remember being young and helping my mum make the shells. And these are traditional foods from us from Sicily, which have been going for years, you know, so definitely grown up with this sort of food, yes.
Their mum's done a great job. Those cannoli are delicious. Before I go, I just want to pick up something for my next recipe.
Do you have any burrata?
I've got some beautiful burrata, Mary, from Puglia, fresh in yesterday morning. This is absolutely beautiful.
Thank you. I will take that.
Such a passion for their taste of home.
Bye, boys.
It's inspired me to make one of my family's favourites.
This is a twist on spaghetti bolognese.
My bolognese bake served with heritage tomato and burrata salad. The pasta sauce is simple. Fry off onion, celery and a crushed clove of garlic.
The aim at this stage is just to soften it a bit.
Once the vegetables have done that, throw in 675 grams of good minced beef.
And you want a really high heat because I want to brown it a bit.
Then add tomato puree, red currant jelly and 2 tins of chopped tomatoes.
Canned tomatoes are quite acidic, and if you add just a little bit of red currant jelly, it just brings out the flavour.
A good shake of Worcester sauce and 500 ml of rich beef stock.
I'm going to turn that right down so it's cooking very slowly and it'll be tender in 30 minutes.
While the sauce bubbles away, fry 250 grams of mushrooms in butter.
I find that a very quick fry, you get a much better flavour. If I just tip them in with the bolognese, they just get a bit soggy.
After half an hour, the sauce will be ready. Some chopped fresh thyme and the buttery mushrooms will bring it all together.
That smells simply wonderful.
Now to turn the bolognese into a heart-warming bake. Just add 225 grams of cooked penne and give it a good mix.
That looks perfect. Now I'm going to tip it into the dish.
Finish with a mixture of cheddar and parmesan for a cheesy topping. Just bake for about 25 minutes at 180 fan. To show off that wonderful burrata cheese, I've surrounded it with lots of colourful heritage tomatoes.
And I'm going to make a simple dressing, Bloody Mary.
4 tablespoons of olive oil, a shake of celery salt, dash of Tabasco, 75 ml of tomato juice, a teaspoon of Worcester sauce, and 2 teaspoons of balsamic vinegar.
Depending on what sort of gathering it is, you could always add a little bit of vodka to this. I can think of a few parties that it would go well.
Just drizzle over the salad and finish with some fresh basil leaves. Now it's all about the bake.
I tell you, it looks amazing. It's crispy brown on top, and underneath it'll be soft with the sauce. Let's have a look. I think that looks wonderful. I can't think of anything I'll enjoy more with family on a weekday than this wonderful pasta bake.
We all love the food our families cooked when we were younger. As it's Diwali, the Festival of Light, I've been invited to see how Chef Dipner will celebrate later with some very special family recipes.
Hello, Adil.
Hi, Dipner. Happy Diwali.
Happy Diwali to you as well. Now, Mary, I call these Indian pretzels, crispy, hot jalebis, the best dessert ever.
These sweet treats are made from a fermented batter that's fried then coated in sugar syrup.
You can eat them all year round, but specifically on times of Diwali and Indian festivals.
So what we generally do is just twist the wrist. I generally like to count to 8. 1, 2, 3, 4.
It's a bit like using a piping bag, so hopefully I've got this.
Have you ever seen such a mess?
The trick is, I gather, to make perfect circles quickly.
I think they've got character.
It's quite a skill, as Adil makes around 1,300 of these a day.
This is a hot sugar syrup, which is dipped in, and the sugar wouldn't latch straight away onto the actual jalebi.
The proof of the pudding is always in the eating.
The joy of eating jalebis on a cold day with the syrup trickling down your face, oops, is something else. Absolutely love it. The best sweet in town.
And look at it, it's dripping with the syrup.
It is, yes.
I'm taking a jalebi for the road.
You take that. Very happy Diwali to you. Enjoy the rest of the day.
Thank you. She's addicted, you know.
She is. I won't tell you how often she's there.
Inspired by all this wonderful food, I want to show you my version of this paneer curry. It might not be very authentic, but I promise you it's absolutely scrumptious. The base will be roast cauliflower and sweet potato. Just pile it into an oven dish and drizzle generously with olive oil.
I'm addicted to roasted cauliflower. Why did we never roast it in the past?
Pop the veg into the oven at 200 fan for about 15 minutes. Now for the paneer. I have a 226-gram block of this versatile cheese.
It's either a sheep's cheese or a goat's cheese, and I love it when it's cooked because it's taken on the flavour of all the wonderful spices that you have in Indian cooking.
Cut the paneer into cubes and fry in sunflower oil. Once it's golden brown and crispy, set the paneer to one side. For the sauce, fry 2 onions and grated ginger, What will really make this dish sing are the spices: medium curry powder, garam masala, and ground cloves.
Oh, smell is lovely. Smells of Friday night takeaway.
In goes 2 tablespoons of flour, give it all a turn, and then add 600 ml of vegetable stock.
Slowly to start with and allow it to thicken. That's it. The aroma is lovely.
To bring it all together, add a couple of tablespoons of mango chutney and some double cream for a lovely rich sauce.
That's just the right amount of thickness. And it's a glorious colour now.
Just in time as the roast veg are done.
These are perfect vegetables to use in a curry because they hold their shape, as long as you don't overcook them.
Spinach and paneer are a marriage made in heaven.
This is baby spinach and it'll wilt down in no time.
A squeeze of lemon juice, and finally, back in the pan goes the paneer.
That's bubbling away, the paneer's getting hot, and I think it's time for me to have a taste. I think I've got a bit of everything here, and gosh, it looks tempting. Do you think I'll get it in one go? I know I will. Well, I've managed it. It was sheer heaven.
My paneer and roast vegetable curry, so delicious with some warm naan and mango chutney. At Dittner's house, Diwali preparations are in full swing. Everyone will be here in a few hours, and it's all hands on deck. One of the family's most loved recipes is vegetable samosas.
The secret to making great samosas is you don't want to make a dough which is like a chapati, nice and soft. We want a nice hard dough so they're easy to fill.
And what's that there?
So that's potato and peas infused with coriander seeds and cumin, and I finished it with coriander, garam masala, and also kasturi methi, which is dried fenugreek leaves.
So it'll have a hint of curry and not too strong. That
Not
garam
yet,
masala.
correct. So we've spiced it just right.
Who actually taught you to cook?
So my dad and my mum, so I have the best of both worlds. So my dad has been a chef for many years. He opened the first restaurant in Southall in 1975. But my grandfather opened the first brilliant nightclub, hotel and restaurant in Kenya, Nairobi in the 50s. So all the recipes have been passed on. So it's a legacy, yeah.
Add water to the pastry edge and shape it into a pouch.
I'm not overloading this, but I just press it down with my fingers. Dad, can you just come and help, please?
Yes, I'll come down.
Can you please do these ones? You just fill
Then I just pinch it across the top like that.
That's it. So you're just sealing the whole thing.
I hope it's up to the family's standards.
How about that?
That's very good.
I've just got a little bit of the curry on the outside, but it all adds to its character.
Yes.
Okay?
The shape's perfect.
While the rest of the family are working on decorations for Diwali, Guru's making his favourite semolina pudding, called suji halwa. It starts with semolina and butter.
So I'm just sort of roasting it. We've got to
So
keep
you're
on
really
stirring
toasting
it.
it.
Yes.
You can tell when that is ready because the buttery smell starts to release. As we know, the semolina is perfectly cooked. Yeah, this is like one of my favourites.
Not again. Everything you like has got sugar in.
Sweet, yeah. When you go to the temple, the Sikh temple, what they give you when you pray, afterwards they give you prasad, which is a holy offering. So that's traditionally served in the Indian temples, and you take it in your hand. I ask for obviously double when I go.
The next stage is to add hot sugar syrup
It smells really buttery.
and keep stirring.
So it's not sticking
to the edges. So that means the suji halwa is almost ready.
So how many years have you been making this dish?
Just about 45 years.
Well, you should know.
To finish, Gulu's adding ground pistachios and almonds.
Perfectly cooked now. And I'm happy with that.
Meat hair is my favourite.
Does it look good?
So good.
And
Just the way I would make it.
Is it good?
Almost like mine.
Oh, I'm going to have a taste and see what I think.
All right.
I would go for that.
That pudding is extraordinary. It makes me think what my favourite dessert is when I want the comfort of home. The one that always springs to mind is my blackberry mousse with rich, buttery shortbread.
I so well remember when I was very little going out blackberrying. It was a ritual in the autumn, and then we'd come home and we'd make jam and mousses and all sorts of things. And it was food for free. I've got 600 grams of blackberries, and these are real whoppers.
Tip them into a pan and gently cook with the juice of half a lemon and 75 grams of caster sugar.
Let the natural juices come out.
While they cook down, soak 5 leaves of gelatin in cold water.
While that goes soft, I'm going to strain the blackberries. Just push that through like that. We don't want to waste it. Give that a stir. And there you can see the beautiful puree. So I'm putting that back on the hob.
Squeeze out the water from the gelatin and add to the puree. When it's dissolved, transfer to a bowl to cool.
I'm very careful not to splash myself because it's such a vibrant colour and it wouldn't look too good on this pink jumper.
What makes this mousse light and fluffy is plenty of air. So whip together 2 egg whites and 100 grams of caster sugar.
It looks a little bit like cloud.
Now I have 3 bowls to mix. The blackberry puree, lightly whipped cream and the egg whites.
Cream in first.
Then fold in the egg whites.
I'm just being as gentle as possible because you don't want to knock out the air that I've already put in.
Pour into a serving dish, and the mousse should take about 6 hours to set in the fridge, or ideally overnight.
Beautifully set. Just a little decoration needed. Put it in the centre. I'm going to then put blackberries on top. Keep it informal. If you pick them with children,
let them decorate it. There you have it, wild bramble mousse, light and yet so comforting, served with some buttery shortbread.
That's it. Couldn't be more simple. A perfect pud for any occasion.
Back at Dipner's house, it's all hands to the pump. All that's needed now is the finishing touches for the Diwali celebrations. Before the party begins, a platter of food is offered to Lakshmi, the goddess of good fortune.
Swami Jai Jagdish Hare Kare Om Jai Jagdish Hare.
Thanks given. Now all that's left to do is enjoy.
Happy Diwali! Woo! Say hi, everyone! Hello. We should do cementium.
Oh!
We certainly won't go hungry with this magnificent spread.
This is the savoury vermicelli, chickpeas, potatoes, tamarind yogurt.
It looks so beautiful.
But I'm starting with some of those samosas and raita.
Oh, that is good, isn't it?
Really nice.
On offer, there's also a paneer curry and the spiced cauliflower and potato dish, aloo gobi. And now for Dipner's favourite course,
Who's ready for dessert?
Wow!
the jalebi top cheesecake is going down a treat. What a wonderful evening. It's so heartwarming to see families celebrating together around the food that they love.
1, 2, 3. Happy
Next time, I'm braving the elements in Yorkshire,
This is certainly pushing it.
cooking up warming dishes
Do you know something? That's perfect.
and watching the skies come alight. Few things bring me more pleasure than cooking.
Gosh, that's great, isn't it?
And eating.
That's a bit of all right.
But there are certain dishes that I just can't get enough of.
I'm going to show you some of my simplest, mouth-watering recipes.
That are warming and comforting.
Merveilleux, merci.
And after braving the elements,
You can do better! Come on, come on!
what could be better to come back to?
That looks just like a hug in a pan. This is the food that makes you feel that everything will be all right. The North Yorkshire coastline is stunning, no matter what time of year.
Rugged landscapes, breathtaking shorelines, and hauntingly beautiful villages. This is the perfect place to wrap up warm and tuck into some very comforting food.
And what better place to start than the ancient seaport of Whitby?
Steeped in history, every corner gives a clue to Whitby's famous past. The Gothic ruins of Whitby Abbey inspired Bram Stoker's novel Dracula in 1897. Just over a century earlier, Captain Cook launched his colonial expedition from this port, which was already a centre of the whaling industry. Nowadays, Whitby is still famous for its fish, mainly the kind that comes in batter with a side of chips.
Gosh, there's a gust of wind out there.
Hello, Mary. What can I get you?
I'd like cod.
Cod and chips, yeah?
Cod and
no
chips would
problem.
be perfect. So how long have you been here?
We've been here for 20 years. I think there's more fish and chip shops in Whitby per square mile than anywhere else in the country. And I think we unofficially call ourselves the capital of fish and chips.
Have things changed in what people want when they come to a fish and chip shop?
I don't think they have, really. You all remember as a kid coming for your chips, that nice smell of salt and vinegar and, you know, the sea air, and I think, you know, I don't think you can beat that, really. You know, I think that's why I love it. I'll see how yours are getting on, shall I?
All right.
As the third generation of his family to work here, Stuart has fish and chips running through his veins. Good thing too, as in high season, they can get through a ton of potatoes a day. That's a lot of chips.
Right, there you go, your fish and
Oh,
chips.
Stuart, that looks amazing. And as I look round, it even tells me which trawler the
Yeah,
fish came in.
we like to know where everything's from. So full sustainability and traceability, which we've been doing it for quite a while now.
And I bet you don't cook your chips in lard anymore. What do you do with them?
Beef dripping.
You use beef?
Yeah, we're very traditional here.
Right.
Right.
That'll
thank you
keep you going for a bit.
Yeah, great. Thank you very much.
Just what's needed on a day like this. Gosh, that's good.
But if deep fat frying is not to your fancy, I have the perfect fish dish to warm you up. My haddock and shrimp feast.
all in the one dish, beautifully comforting and wonderful flavours.
This dish starts with a hot pan, a little oil and some butter. Simply sweat down 2 onions and 2 sticks of celery.
And I'm going to keep turning it, and I want to cook it for about 10 minutes to really soften it well. Meanwhile, I've got some mushrooms here. They're chestnut mushrooms. I'm just going to slice them. It's best really not to keep them in the fridge in a polythene bag. Always put them in a paper bag. They keep better. Now just look in there. You can see it's sort of taken a greeny, translucent tinge. So in go the mushrooms and then the garlic.
Season and stir for a couple more minutes. Then add 225 grams of long grain rice. Give it a good mix before topping up with 600 ml of hot vegetable stock.
Then, very important, some white wine. Now, you know how I always slop it in straight from the bottle? Well, I'm not, because I want to get the exact amount, and in here I've got 200 ml. That's it.
Once it's bubbling away, put it in the oven at 160 fan for 15 minutes. When the time's up, the rice should have absorbed all those wonderful flavours.
So there's still just a bit of liquid there to finish the cooking. And I've got this beautiful haddock here. I'm going to put a little bit of pepper and salt. If you're nervous of cooking fish, this is a simple way of doing it. It'll cook in the steam that comes up from the rice, which will be full of flavour.
It just needs a final flash in the oven to cook that beautiful fish.
Gosh, it's heavy. There we are. So that's had its 10 minutes, and it should be exactly just like that. It smells beautifully fresh, the smell of the sea.
All that's left is to finish the rice. First, in goes some baby leaf spinach.
Just listen to that, it is so fresh. In that goes, just stir that in.
I'm going to allow that to wilt for a couple of minutes in the steam. Then add the juice of a lemon, some chopped dill and parsley. Perfect companions for the fish.
It's going to make it vibrant green. I'm going to loosen it down with cream, and yes, it's double cream. This is a feast. So stir that in. Do you know something? That's perfect.
Now, all that's left is to bring this dish together. To top it all off, add some heated potted brown shrimps that are dripping in melted butter.
This haddock and shrimp feast is something very special and perfect on a miserable day. It's heartwarming and it is absolutely scrumptious.
When I'm at the coast, it's a great excuse to have an ice cream, but this is certainly pushing it.
Still, I'm told the local ice cream is not one to miss in these parts.
I'm sure there's not much business today.
Day like today, it's not very good, Mary, and it's cold out there, so come on in, let's have a look and see what we can do here.
That's the best thing I've heard all day. Now, what to choose? I'd like to try a boozy one.
Well, this is the boozy one. This is the Amaretto Black Cherry.
I might have to have quite a bit of this to get me going. That's a bit of all right.
Well, the one that a lot of people come to see especially for is our Whitby Jet. And we've called it Whitby Jet because it is a black ice cream. Because we have lots of goths in Whitby, people that dress in quite dark clothing, and it's all to do with Bram Stoker writing the Dracula stories here.
In fact, each year Whitby is the host to several goth festivals which attract thousands of people from all around the world. So to celebrate this heritage, the ice cream makers decided to turn their rich vanilla black by adding a little charcoal.
If I shut my eyes, I think it's a vanilla ice cream. It's just the colour that rather frightens you. But I'll have another go.
Talk about playing to your audience.
Goodness gracious me. Now, they make special Gothic ice cream here. Would you like me to make you one?
Oh, yes, please.
I'm quite nervous about this, so no criticism, please. Look, it's even a back cone. Right, firmly down, then round, and... This is the original model here. There you are. And you can eat the cone as well.
Bye.
I thought that when I let go of that, it would stop, but you had to push it right up. It's all very well for you to laugh. It's not easy.
This town has such character, and my next stop really encompasses the traditions that it's so famous for. Up this little cobbled street is Whitby's only smokehouse, and it's a real gem.
Hello there.
Hello, Mary.
I've had no difficulty in finding you. I have this delicious smoky smell all the way up the street. Gosh, this looks as though it's been here forever.
This has been used for about 100 years. The original smokehouse we had was behind us in the cliffside there. We were established about 1872, so it goes back 5 generations.
So it's a true family concern.
It is a good family concern, yeah.
And tell me, why are kippers always sold in pairs? I've never understood that.
We've sold twice as many.
Oh, that's clever, isn't it? Almost looks sticky.
This is a natural build-up from burning the oak, and then the fish oil's dropping onto the fire, and it's just a natural process, and it builds up and coats the smokehouse.
There are loads of kippers here. Do you smoke other things?
We do. We'll smoke haddock, salmon, but the kippers we can turn around in about 24 hours.
And do you do natural smoked haddock?
Everything is
undyed?
natural. Everything we do is natural. All that we add is salt and smoke, and that's...
Very
that's
simple.
Very simple.
But the right thing.
It works. It always has worked, yeah.
Barry salts then smokes up to 800 kilos of herring every week. After around 18 hours in the smokery, they become kippers. He uses a mixture of oak, beech and softwood, which gives the fish its distinctive flavour and golden colour.
I'll duck underneath these kippers.
Right, yeah.
I've often wondered what those little holes were in the top of a kipper, that's the hooks that they hang on.
Tenterhooks.
Tenterhooks.
Yeah, tenterhooks.
Is that where the term tenterhooks come from?
Tenterhooks, yeah.
You learn something every day,
That's right.
don't you? Right, are we going to light the fire?
Yeah, let's get it going.
The fires are topped with sand, which helps to smother the flames, encouraging more smoke, a method unchanged for 140 years.
Shall I just pop it over there?
Yeah, that's great. You did the job. You come back tomorrow.
And how long does it take for this fire to die down?
A few minutes. We need to close the doors really now because it's just going to take too much.
I just love the smell. Isn't it lovely?
It's a pleasant smell, wood smoke.
And also it's jolly warm.
It's not like
blooming
it's cold outside. That'll do. We'll close the doors.
Right, OK. Out we go. Avoiding the sticky door. God, it's quite heavy. Oh, I wonder how many times these doors have been shut in the last 100 years.
Probably more times than I could count, Mary.
But I think we've left a cameraman locked in.
Please get Rob out.
All right, Rob.
I'm amazed you didn't delegate that.
This smokehouse is the perfect inspiration for my next recipe.
I can still smell smoke in my hair. That was such fun in the smokery. And there's nothing I like more than a smoked fish pate. This is not something I do every day in this glorious background, but I couldn't be happier.
The base of the smoked trout pate starts with 50 grams of soft butter.
Pop that on the back. Seawall, perfect place to put your leftovers. Then I'm going to put a couple of these anchovies, and they give it a real bite. So there's one going in there, and 2. Juice of half a lemon. That's it.
Give it a quick mix until everything is combined.
That's fine. Some dill, lovely fresh dill, goes well with all smoked fish. I'm keeping an eye on those seagulls. I can remember doing a picnic by the sea, putting it on the wall, calling the family, and when my back was turned, my lovely open sandwiches had been snapped up by the seagulls. You can just go away.
To really layer up the flavours, in goes a tablespoonful of hot horseradish, some salty capers, and 100 grams of full-fat creme fraiche. Don't forget the chopped dill.
In that goes. So on with the lid again.
Give that another blitz until smooth.
That's it. It looks perfect.
Now for the star ingredient, that mouth-watering smoked trout.
There's something about smoked fish. It is beautiful smell, and with all those other ingredients and the lemon and the dill, it'll be beautiful. Last bit of fish going in, and then I'm going to put some seasoning in.
Give it one final mix, but not too much. You still want some texture from the fish.
That's just as I like it. The pink flecks of the smoked trout, and then lots of the chopped dill. It looks delicious. That's a bit of all right. There you have it, smoked trout pâté with dill, and I love to serve it with pickled beetroot. I can think of nothing nicer in this glorious sunshine with the sea behind me.
Just up the coast from Whitby is the seaside village of Skinning Grove. It might be small, but they've got something big going on.
Tonight is Guy Fawkes night, and I've been invited to a unique bonfire party by the sea.
Hello, Mary. How lovely to meet you. Welcome to Skinning Grove. I'm so pleased that you've come.
You're so pleased, and there's nothing I love more than a bonfire.
But let me introduce you to Kirby.
Hello, Mary. Hello, Kirby.
And this is Tina, one of
Hiya.
our...
Hello, Tina. Oh, I don't mind about that.
Every year, the young and old in this tight-knit community come together to build an extraordinary bonfire. There's always a special theme, and now it attracts over 5,000 people.
So this year's theme is based around the greatest showman.
It turned out that the tallest man in the world came from here.
He was 8'6".
I beg your pardon, nobody's
Yes,
8'6".
It takes 2 weeks to build the structure, and I'm just in time to help with the final bits.
I have to give you a hat. We all have to wear hats.
Well decked out for it.
Yes, look.
Right. Fits like a glove. So it sounds as though it's a real community project.
The children in the local schools, they've made lanterns to decorate the other side, so you can see the children have got something to say that this is their bonfire.
And it brings the whole community together, and this is the highlight of the year.
And it seems almost this village is in the middle of all these hills. It's very special.
It is very, very special. OK, Mary, you've got the honour of hammering in the very last nail. So here's the hammer.
Here's the hammer. I'm not very handy, but I'll have a go.
And there's the nail.
All ready for tonight. Right, I'll keep my hands well apart.
I think that'll do.
One more one. That's it.
OK.
Tonight is the night.
Yeah.
I can't wait, but what I'm thinking about right at the moment is my favourite warming bonfire food.
And my next recipe would definitely fit the bill. Smoky firecracker chicken with stuffed jacket potatoes, perfect to hand drowned around the flames. For the chicken, I'm going to make a smoky, sticky marinade that will give it a real kick.
First of all, I'm going to take the smoked paprika. I really like it for something like bonfire night. Not only does it give a good colour, it gives a lovely sort of smoky flavour. 2 tablespoons of that.
the same amount of Worcester sauce.
It gives it strength and potency. And then a touch of sweetness from maple syrup, 2 tablespoons, easy to remember.
Add 6 tablespoons of olive oil, and to give it a bit of fiery heat, just a few drops of Tabasco and 2 cloves of crushed garlic.
It's a gorgeous deep red colour.
Season the chicken, and then it's time to get them into the marinade.
Look at that. I'll just get one hand messy. That's it.
Once every drumstick is coated, they will need at least 30 minutes in the fridge, ideally overnight.
The longer you leave it, the better it is. While the chicken's marinating, I'm going to crack on with some baked potatoes.
I've already baked mine for an hour in the oven, and they're ready to fill. Scoop out the centres and give the potato a quick mash before adding butter.
And just a little bit of milk. As my husband says, you can't have a little bit of milk or a little bit of wine, it's a drop.
I'm adding soft goat's cheese, roasted red peppers from a jar, and a generous handful of chopped basil.
The aroma from this basil is absolutely lovely.
All I need to do is to load it back into the potato skins.
It's amazing how much you can cram in. They look good even without putting them in the oven.
There's lots of different fillings to make for these. I've also done pesto, parsley and parmesan mix, bacon and mushroom topped with cheddar cheese, and spring onion with sour cream and a sprinkle of paprika. Those just need a drizzle of oil and 15 minutes in the oven until the skins are crisp and the filling beautifully golden. Back to my chicken.
There we are. They've had 30 minutes, and now I'm going to roast them.
Here's my simple trick to fit them all in.
There they are, looking like soldiers. There's still a little marinade left in there. Shame to waste it, so let's just pour it over the meaty part. Like that. That's it, they're all well coated.
Those go into a hot oven for about 30 minutes until golden and sticky.
They really look amazing, and the smell, whoa.
How's that for a bonfire feast that packs a punch? As the sun begins to set, the excitement is really mounting. The crowds are starting to flood in from up and down the Yorkshire coast. I'm joining Kirby, one of the organisers, and her family. It's such a privilege to witness this community spirit.
They're all ready for action here.
Action, yes. You can see as we're leading down to the bonfire, it's getting really busy now.
Right.
It's getting close to the time. What are you looking forward to most?
I think really to see the first of the fireworks going up, and then the bonfire. I mean, it'll be rather sad to see all that wonderful work go up.
In one respect, but it's also enjoyable to see it burn because it's such a brilliant structure, and I don't know, it comes alive when it's on fire.
I love the way the whole community has come together to make this event happen.
It must be nearly time, and it looks like I'm doing the honours.
I'm going to hand you over to somebody who's going to give you a countdown. So we all want to do a really big countdown.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. There we go. Wow.
That was good, wasn't it?
I love the magic of a bonfire night, and my last recipe is one from my childhood that I want to share with everyone here.
This is my granny's gingerbread. I never knew my grandmother, but I was brought up on it. It's perfect for a bonfire night.
First, make the rich syrup. This will bring a special depth of flavour to the sponge.
100 grams of butter in first, 100 grams of light muscovado sugar. Then we come to golden syrup, 100 grams, there it is. And lastly, black treacle, 100 grams again.
Melt the ingredients together on a low heat until they are all combined and running off the spoon.
Just putting that to one side to get cool. Now to the dry ingredients. First of all, 225 grams of self-raising flour, just a teaspoonful of bicarb. Don't be over generous with it. And I've got 2 tablespoonfuls of ginger. It really is quite gingery. And a teaspoonful of mixed spice. That's the sort of spice you put in Christmas cake or Christmas pudding.
Give those a quick mix together. And now for the fun part. Pour the slightly cool buttery syrup into the dry ingredients, add 1 beaten egg and a drop of milk, and mix well.
In autumn, when it comes back to having things like gingerbread, gingerbread men, all those warming things. So give it a good beat and then add the rest of the milk. So rarely I use a wooden spoon, but I was just thinking of my mother, who didn't use a mixer. She always did it with a wooden spoon. So that's beautifully smooth. It's a batter consistency, and all I've got to do is to pour it in the prepared tin. It smells wonderful, strong smell of ginger and spices. It really is simplicity itself. That's it, everything's in there.
That will just need about 35 minutes at 160 fan until it shrinks away from the sides and has a beautiful shine on top. Cool in the tin and simply cut into squares.
The warmth of the ginger will cheer everybody up. It is so moist and soft and springy. Likes ginger cake. Come on. Help yourself. It's pretty good. It's warming. There we are.
Thank you, Mary.
All right.
Thank you.
Well, that certainly seems to be going down well. And now, what we've all been waiting for.
Just look at that. It is amazing. What a wonderful way to end my stay here.
Next time,
that smells amazing.
I'm indulging in the best of winter comforts.
I don't think anyone could say no to this.
Dishes that will warm the heart no matter how cold it is outside.
Bet you've never seen anything like that before.
Few things bring me more pleasure than cooking.
Gosh, that's great, isn't it?
And eating.
That's a bit of all right.
But there are certain dishes that I just can't get enough of.
I'm going to show you some of my simplest, mouth-watering recipes.
That are warming and comforting.
Merveilleux, merci.
And after braving the elements,
You can do better! Come on, come on!
what could be better to come back to?
That looks just like a hug in a pan. This is the food that makes you feel that everything will be all right.
Scotland's ancient Caledonian forests once covered most of the highlands. Now only 1% remain, just 16,000 hectares. There is nothing like a walk through these Scots pines. They're descendants of the ones that grew here nearly 10,000 years ago. Very majestic indeed.
These woodlands are absolutely magnificent, but exploring them at this time of year certainly comes at a price. It is freezing.
My first recipe is a real winter warmer, just what you want after a day out exploring.
Sausage and red pepper hot pot. Wonderful family dish, all in one pot.
This comforting recipe couldn't be simpler. Start by browning your favourite sausages.
If any of them burst, don't worry, my family fight over the ones that are burst.
It already smells good, but wait till I add the chopped bacon.
There's nothing better than the smell of bacon.
Once it's browned, set aside and use that flavoursome fat to fry one onion.
So just scrape up those bits at the bottom, careful not to burn them.
In go chopped red peppers, carrots and garlic. Sauté them for 5 minutes, then add 300 ml of chicken stock.
Now I'm stirring it in order to get that sediment at the bottom up. That's it.
A tin of tomatoes and 2 tablespoons of sun-dried tomato paste will give it a wonderful depth of flavour.
It's a glorious colour, isn't it? And I think that looks very tempting.
Put in a few sprigs of thyme. The stalks can be fished out later. While that bubbles away, the finishing touch, some new potatoes.
No need to take the skins off, and I'm just going to slice those. Each one into about 4 or 5, depending on the size.
All that's left is to season and pop everything into that delicious onion, pepper and tomato base.
I think that looks just like a hug in a pan. So comforting.
Let that bubble away for 20 minutes.
So let's have a look. There it is. Now I'm going to leave that for another 10 minutes so that that liquid evaporates and I get a really nice sauce.
What a difference 10 minutes makes.
That looks tremendous, doesn't it? Gorgeous colour. I think that's really terrific for a family meal. Everything's there in one pot. All you need is some lovely bread like this.
My sausage and red pepper hot pot. Perfect for a winter's night and so simple to make. The Caledonian forest may be wild, but a team of dedicated rangers, like Marie, are in charge of helping it to thrive.
Now, you're a ranger. What does that mean?
So I'm a ranger in the Glenmore Forest Park, which is part of the Caledonian pine forest, which is quite a unique habitat here in Scotland. It's an ancient woodland with species such as Scots pine and aspen and willow. We want to make sure people have a nice welcome when they come to the park, but we're also here to maintain the tracks and trails ensure people are kept safe.
The Cairngorms attract nearly 2 million tourists every year. But it's not just the visitors that the rangers are here to help. With a quarter of the UK's rare and endangered species also calling it home, a key part of their job is to protect the natural habitats.
Is it true you have red squirrels?
Yes, we have red squirrels, yeah, in the forest. You see them quite commonly if you're out walking one of our trails, and you can find squirrel cones. So
What's a squirrel cone when it's out?
A squirrel cone, so let me show you. So this is the original pine cone from a Norway spruce.
All right.
And this is one that's been eaten by a squirrel. You'll often find them on the paths or on a dead wood stump, and you can tell that there's been red squirrels feeding there. So places like this is why I love my job.
It's positively regal, isn't it?
It is, yeah. So this is Lochan Unya, or the Green Lochan.
It is so beautiful. I mean, doesn't that look tempting, as though you just want to dive in? But I bet it would be freezing, and I'm certainly not going to do it.
No, I would issue a caution with swimming in the Green Lochan, though. There's a high percentage of leeches in the loch here. You could go home with an unwelcome visitor.
I was waiting for an excuse not to go in.
It's not the weather for a picnic, but this is certainly the spot for one. And my next dish is a divine savoury pastry that would be perfect for the great outdoors. But I'll be enjoying mine by the far side.
Caramelised onion, mushroom and artichoke open tart. It's simple to do and it's very tasty, and every single ingredient I love a lot.
The core of this dish is the onions, which I've already cooked on a low heat for 20 minutes. To caramelise them, I'm adding light muscovado sugar and balsamic vinegar.
Tip all that into the bowl. Now to the mushrooms. Then I've got a good selection here. In the middle, I've got button mushrooms, which we always used to have. I've got some shiitake mushrooms here and some chestnut mushrooms. So I'm going to just toss those in the oil in the bottom of the pan.
Cook them until all the liquid has gone and they are golden brown.
Just look at these mushrooms. Now to the pastry.
I'm using a packet of puff pastry, nice and cold from the fridge.
There it is. It's sort of here's one I made earlier, but I didn't. It came straight out of a packet.
To make sure the filling won't spill out, cut around the outside of the pastry. Brush the edges with egg and then stick the strips on top to create a raised border.
I don't want the base to rise up in a bubble, so prick the base. I want it to look beautifully shiny. So some beaten egg just along the side.
Now for the onions and mushrooms. Don't hold back.
I'm a generous cook.
Scatter some chopped char-grilled artichokes from a jar, then make the sauce using an egg, cream, fresh thyme, sage and grated cheddar. Mix and spoon over the top. Simple and delicious.
It does look mile high, but it does cook down a little bit. It will spill over, it will look rustic, all informal, but most importantly, it will taste absolutely wonderful.
Pop into the oven at 200 degrees fan for 20 minutes. If that doesn't make you feel hungry, I don't know what will.
I could have got another piece of onion on there if I tried, but it does look wonderful.
My mushroom, onion, artichoke and sage tart, covered in a cheesy cream topping on buttery puff pastry.
Eat it hot, eat it now and enjoy it.
It's It's not just the beautiful scenery and rare wildlife that's a draw here. Lots of people use these woods as their outdoor larder.
Of course, me being interested in cooking, I'm always thinking of all the berries and things that grow. I think you have cranberries, but they're much tinier, aren't they?
Yeah, the cranberries are smaller, and we have blaeberry, quite a lot of blaeberry.
We call them blueberry, you call them
blaeberries in
right?
Scotland, yeah.
And juniper berries.
Yes, juniper comes from the juniper bush, which is a native conifer to Scotland. And the berries are picked and infused with gin to give you that traditional gin flavour.
That's a very useful thing to do.
We have a variety of fungi that grow here, which are very exciting from a scientific point of view. Because
it's very exciting from a cooking point of view.
It is. So you get mushrooms here that you don't find anywhere else.
What do you have, chanterelle?
We do have chanterelles, yes. And actually this year was a particularly good growing year for the chanterelles. We also have ceps, or they're sometimes called penny buns.
Oh, porcini.
Porcini mushrooms.
For me, a porcini is the king of all the mushrooms, and we rarely find them in the south.
Oh, right, yeah.
I never get bored of cooking with mushrooms, and they're the star of my next recipe. My delicious double-baked soufflés.
If there's one thing so many people are terrified of, it's the thought of making a soufflé. Well, I've got one that you can do ahead, it's tried and tested, and it is joyful.
Melt 45 grams of butter, then add 45 grams of flour and mix together. Slowly add 300 ml of hot milk and get whiskey.
The sauce is just perfect. It's lovely and thick. I'm now turning the heat off.
Once the sauce has cooled down, beat in 3 egg yolks, but make sure it is cool.
If it's too hot, the egg yolks will cook too much. This is just perfect.
To turn it into a rich cheese base, add some Gruyere and Parmesan.
So give that a good stir until it's all incorporated.
And now for the star act. I'm using chestnut mushrooms.
Finely diced and cooked in butter. Pepper and salt. And on to whisking the egg whites.
3 egg whites will do the job nicely. A simple tip is to mix in a little of the egg white to loosen up the base.
And as I've slackened it down, you put the whole lot in here. So I'm just gently folding. The idea is to get the egg white in without breaking it up too much.
Spoon into buttered ramekins and create a bain-marie by pouring hot water around them.
It's like a sauna here with all this steam.
For the first bake, the soufflés will need about 15 minutes at 200 degrees fan. Now that wasn't hard, and when it comes to the sauce, it's even simpler.
This really is a sauce without effort.
Mix double cream with finely chopped spinach and Dijon mustard. A little salt and pepper, and that's all you need to do. When the soufflés have cooled slightly, plate them up. Then just spoon around the delicious creamy sauce and they're ready for their second bake. This time at 200 fan for about 12 minutes.
They look amazing. I really fancy these. Did you hear that little bit of Christmas going through? It's very, very good. It's hard to believe that the ingredients for this are so reasonable, and look what a result we get.
These woodlands contain a web of trails, loved by ramblers and dog walkers alike.
I've been brought up with dogs, and I simply love them.
Here in this wintry landscape is a breed I'm particularly fond of, the magnificent husky.
here, come here.
Graham is passionate about the breed. Not only does he volunteer for a husky rehoming charity, but he's also got 6 of his own.
There you go, baby. On! On!
These dogs like to run up to 15 miles a day, and Graham uses the wintry forest to keep them fit and healthy.
Hop! Hop!
Oh, I can hear them. They're coming at a great pace.
Oh! Stand! Stand, guys, stand! Hello, Mary!
Hello, Graham. The row from these dogs is amazing. Are they happy?
Oh, yeah. This is just them talking to say I want to keep on running.
What got you into huskies?
Well, many years ago, we lost our dog, and then a friend of mine had huskies. I just fell in love with them straight away.
Now, when you're in competitions, you call it...
Sledding.
Sledding.
Yeah.
And do you do a bit of that?
Yeah, we compete all over the country. The person driving it, i.e. me, tends to be called the musher.
Hello, musher. So wait a minute, you stand on the back.
Yeah.
And you persuade some poor person to sit there.
Yes. Would you like to have a go?
Oh. I will have a go. I'd love to. Okay. And anything to stop this row.
Okay.
I'll just get the snow off here. And I just sit on and hold tight.
Yeah, that's
right.
It. Yeah. You want to shout hike on?
Hike on! Whee!
Huskies are incredibly strong, and I'm told capable of pulling up to 20 times their own weight.
Gosh, they're fantastic, aren't they? What a pace they're going. They're loving this, aren't they?
They do love it.
A double coat of healthy fur also means this lot can withstand temperatures as low as -40 degrees.
They can move, can't they? Whoa, we're almost overtaking them. Ah!
Talk about a fun way to explore.
They're loving the downhill, aren't they? Oh. That keeps them fit, does it, the hills?
Oh, it does, yeah, and me.
Are you running?
Yeah.
Oh, for goodness sake.
Graham and his huskies will definitely be ready for a hearty meal after all this. I could stay out here for hours with these beautiful animals. Luckily, my next recipe is just the antidote to a cold day. A potato and lentil jumble.
This is a great meat-free dish. Wonderful to feed a crowd, and meat eaters will even enjoy it too. And it's so lovely and warming to come home to.
First of all, cook 2 large chopped onions in olive oil along with some garlic.
Just mix that in with the onion. And then I'm using puy lentils. They keep their shape. If you use the orange lentils, they become to a pulp and thicken the dish. Stir them in well. The other good thing about puy lentils, they keep on the larger shelf for a good long time.
Add a glass of white wine and 600 ml of vegetable stock.
That looks as though there's a lot of liquid, but the puy lentils, as they cook, will take up the moisture.
To give it a kick, 1½ tablespoons of sun-dried tomato paste and the chopped-up version for good measure. Pop into a 160 fan oven for just under an hour.
That was quite easy, wasn't it, really?
Next, cook 500 grams of chestnut mushrooms in garlic and butter.
There's quite a quantity of mushrooms in here, so the true mushroom flavour really does come through, and you get that lovely wild woodland feel. That's it. All the juices now have evaporated, and all we're left is mushrooms and butter.
Season and add some Worcester sauce or a vegetarian alternative.
Oh, that smells amazing. The onion is soft, and I think all the liquid has been absorbed.
Now to bring it all together.
Right, just level that off. I've cooked some potatoes here, 2 kinds, and I'm going to put them all on top of the lentils. And that's why I call it jumble. It's all a bit higgledy-piggledy. I could have called it higgledy-piggledy.
Before the potatoes go on, I'm going to make them really irresistible by tossing them in butter, garlic and chives.
And the good thing about this, you can assemble all this several hours ahead, even the day before.
Tip the potatoes over the mushroom and lentil filling and top with a cheese of your choice. I'm using cheddar.
Back into the oven for about 20 minutes until the cheese is melted a little bit brown and everything else is piping hot.
A mouth-watering mix of mushrooms, tomatoes and lentils, topped with garlic and cheese-coated potatoes.
I think that looks totally different. I bet you've never seen anything like that before. It's a wonderful melange of flavours. It looks good and it tastes even better.
As the weather starts to turn, I have a craving for something sweet. Luckily, there's a place nearby where I can indulge in one of my favourite comforts, chocolate. Inspired by the landscape, local chocolatier Ian has been making award-winning chocolates for 15 years, including a very special hot chocolate.
That's what I'm off to find.
Ian uses the cream from a single herd of local Perthshire cows to ensure the flavour of his chocolate is consistent throughout the year. With his team creating up to 30,000 chocolates a week, I'm definitely in the right place to satisfy my sweet tooth.
Here we are.
It's just what you need. It is freezing outside. Oh, that's lovely. Oh. It's got such a shine to it. Well, I'm just dying to taste it.
Try some.
It's velvety. It's hot, it's shining, it's decadent.
It's almost a pudding. So this is basically a truffle, but thinned down a little bit with a little bit more milk.
Chocolate is very comforting, don't you think?
It is. I mean, there's about 100 trace elements inside cocoa, which do all kinds of things for our body, health-wise, and have all kinds of, cheering up effects. But at the end of the day, chocolate makes people happy.
But you're pretty sleek. You can't eat a lot of chocolate every day.
The real thing has no calories in it at all.
What absolute rubbish.
Calorie debate aside, I often make truffles at home by hand.
OK, here we are, chocolate kitchen.
But Ian has a special contraption to make them, and he's letting me loose on it.
I feel as though I'm doing my exercises. Right. There it is. Look. Every little piece is
perfect. It's looking good.
I quite enjoy it, though, because it's so neat. And then I jump on it at the end. It's getting harder.
See how hard it is now. Is it still OK?
Yeah.
Oh, perfect.
Not bad, was it?
That's great. You have to do it the other way now, OK?
It's not too difficult.
So just gently at the end.
Just a dusting of cocoa powder.
And that will slip down the sides so that it doesn't all stick together.
And time to taste.
You ready?
Here goes, OK.
So.
It's beautiful. It's so smooth.
Just pure ganache.
No, it's absolutely beautiful.
If that's made you crave for something sweet, then this next recipe is just what you're looking for.
How lovely to come home to this wonderful, indulgent chocolate pudding with an even richer chocolate sauce.
It's so simple to make. Just throw everything into a bowl. 2 large eggs, 125 grams of baking spread and caster sugar, 25 grams of cocoa powder, 100 grams of self-raising flour, and some vanilla extract.
So 1 teaspoon, like that. And now, with an electric hand mixer, I'm going to bring it all together. It's all one chocolatey colour.
Even if you never make puddings, you've got to admit that's pretty easy. My simple trick for turning it out later is to butter the bowl and lay in a square of baking parchment.
Just put dollopfuls one after another till you've got a clean bowl. Making puddings reminds me of being very young and helping. All one waited for was to get to the bowl before my brothers for a good lick.
Cover with some pleated foil and it's ready to steam. I've got another nifty trick to help lift out the bowl later.
If you get a bit of foil and then fold that in three, put that like that, and then I can easily lift that over.
Fill the pan so the water comes halfway up the pudding bowl and steam on a gentle simmer for 1 hour and 3/4. What? I hear you cry. Not enough chocolate? Well, here's the simplest sauce I know. Heat 150 ml of milk and the same amount of double cream and break up 300 grams of dark chocolate.
I have a husband who can find chocolate anywhere. You could call him a chocoholic. So I always have a secret supply in the drawer with my tights. Then I know I've always got some.
When the cream and milk is bubbling at the edges, take it off the heat.
And then add all the chocolate at one go.
Let it melt and voila.
That will just pour over the pudding. There's plenty there for everybody.
Even my husband.
Now that pudding should be ready. There we are. My little handles will help. Fingers crossed. That's it. Oh, I'm quite pleased with that.
All it needs now is that hot chocolate sauce.
Here goes. Looks a bit of all right, doesn't it?
My steamed chocolate pudding smothered in creamy chocolate sauce. Easy to make and even easier to eat.
I don't think anyone could say no to this. It is absolutely beautiful.
I've had the most wonderful time exploring this wild and ancient woodland, meeting those who work, protect, and are inspired by it every single day. You might have to contend with the weather, but as the sun sets on my time here, I can tell you, it's definitely worth it.